Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a watch-along with myself and Joseph. The first time we've ever done this. If there are people powering on, hello. If you're not, then fair enough. We're back to almost do a bit of a hate-along. I don't know. Hate-along, maybe slightly harsh. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. But we're back here watching Bristol City versus Sheffield United. How you doing, mate? All good?
Yeah, good, mate. Just rushed back from taking my little boy to football training. He got Diamond of the Week again. That's his 4th in a row. It's genuinely like the next little Messi.
Diamond of the Week?
No, yeah, I guess it all time, mate, honestly. But genuinely, he didn't get it for months, right? And he was coming home frustrated and stuff. And then one training session, the ball hit him in the face and he got Diamond at Week. And I'm like, they've only given it you because the ball hit him in the face. But then he's got it every week since. So I'll take it. Obviously, lit a fire in his belly, mate.
Yeah, Diamond of the Week. Well, we'll just share this out, everyone. Come have a watch. I'll tell you what, mate. We'll whack it on Wool Leeds as well. Get the usuals over. Hello, Michael. How you doing, mate? I think the last time we did one on here was we're just talking about it. There, it was Cardiff Burnley.
Yes, what a game that is! What a game for you to do that. But even I hated watching that, so that must have been a pain in the backside for you, mate.
Oh my god, yeah. I think that was the one where who was it? I think it was it you just scored within about 2 minutes. It was like, all right, game over.
Yeah, and then we were just hanging on after that. Did it 1-0 or 2-1? I can't remember, to be honest with you. But then, it were a tough game, that one, even for Burnley fans. But look, we got the win. That were all that mattered. And obviously, in the end, I'm going to say in the end, we only just managed to get over the line, but we didn't. We were 10 points clear of Blades in the end, weren't we? So, but at the time, I'm thinking like it could end up going down to 1 week. But obviously, it didn't.
No, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get into the lineups anyway. They're already out. So as you can see on the screen there, Bristol City, if you can quite see that, Bristol City have gone for O'Leary, Tanner, Dickey, Viner. Dickey's been decent. Annie Joe been really decent this year. And then they've got Hishawaka, Knight, Williams, McCrory. Then they've got Max Bird, Metmety, and Wells up front. I think that is pretty much the exact same team that played up against Preston in the last outing. They're a weird team, aren't they? A really weird team, Bristol City. It's like they've kind of just veered off towards the end, but they've been packed full of injuries, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't feel like anyone in the playoff picture has really been doing very well in the last sort of few weeks. But interesting to see Naki Wells up there, obviously former Claret. And who else is there? Scott Twine, who's on the bench. He's an ex-Claret as well. So
is he on loan from you?
Oh, Twine?
Yeah.
No, he was on loan last season, and then at the end of the season they made it permanent.
Right. It's not quite work for you, has it?
It was bizarre because he was never really given a chance, but there were so many players that were brought in that Vincent Kompany era that were kind of never really given a chance. And Twine, he looked like he might be good as a number 10 sort of role, but he was never really played there and he never really started much there. And he scored a couple of great free kicks. I think he scored one against Cardiff and one against West Brom. Yeah. So he's definitely got that in his locker. He's got a really good, obviously, corner and set piece in his locker and things like that. But as soon as we got promoted to the Prem, it was like, right, out on loan. I was like, okay, maybe if we get relegated again, he can play a part in the Championship season. Obviously, we got relegated and they weren't interested. So, yeah, shame. But there are a few players like that in the Kompany era.
Yeah, it feels like that at the minute. Hold on, mate. I'm just whacking it out on here, and then we'll get into the Sheffield United one. Give that a retweet, mate. Right, Sheffield United have gone with interesting. Oh, mate,
I've not seen the lineups or anything
yet. Oh my god, what are they? I can't believe.
Has he tinkered?
I can't believe he's kept him at the back. Jack Robinson retains his place. They've gone with, I mean, that can't be right. So, I mean, that lineup's all over the place. The data's got to update on that one. Currently, we've got Tyrese Campbell out wide, which could be it, you know. Campbell out wide, according to our data thing here, which I'm sure we'll update in a little bit. That can't be right. Hamer central, Vinny Souza wide right, Ryan Brewster in central midfield. I don't think that's updated somehow. So, let's think that. That looks like Sidney Peck, Vinny Souza, Campbell will be... What it looks like, Brewster will be Cam, I think. So Souza, Peck in CDM. Souza, Peck, CDM. Then it'll be Brewster, central attacking midfielder. Campbell wide. right? And then Kiefer Moore up top, or it could just be 4-4-2 and it'll update in a minute.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
According Flash Score, I've got it down as 4-4-2. I'm not sure where you think's pulling its data from, but Flash Score have got
Mate,
Moore and Campbell up top, Peck and
this
Vinny in the middle. But yeah, obviously the one you're on about there is Robinson, which is interesting.
I can't believe he's still in. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's mad. Well, that'll update anyway, which it's probably updated now, has it? No, not yet. How do you see it going anyway? I know we spoke about it the other day.
Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday, didn't we? And I'll still be very surprised if Bristol City get any sort of positive result at any point during the playoffs. I think Blades are much better than anybody else in the playoffs in terms of their team, and I feel like they're going to be a lot better than Bristol City. Like, yes, in the final, anything can happen, and if they get Coventry or Sunderland, I think it'll be Coventry, but anything can happen. But over the course of 2 legs, I think their quality will show, and I think they progress and they beat Bristol City over 2 legs, and if anything, in both games.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments. We've got some. Evening, Michael. How's it going, buddy? Losing the building. Hello. Kelly says, hi, Connor and Joe. Evening, Joe. Don't even get an evening. Oh, no. Yes. Cheers, Michael. Good lad. Hey up, Connor and Joe. What's going on? Good evening. Am I just getting the comments through? Am I getting the comments through again? Or have you guys just like duplicated your comments? I don't know. Evening, Connor and Natasha. Oh, Bedingfield. There you go. You are now called Natasha. I saw
it's better than Mr. Beast.
I saw somebody say, "Look who's Connor's got on," and I instantly knew. There we go. Is that so, mate? You get that? Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable.
Is that positive? I'm not sure. I'll take it. It's not an instant bit of banter, so I'll take
it. Congratulations, Connor, on the league. Well deserved. Good lad, Chris. I think it's going to be a City win. I'm going 3-1, meaning massive barnstormer of a return leg. Oh, I can't see 3-1. I can't see 3.
That would be the perfect scenario for the second leg. Something like a 3-1, and you need Bramall Lane to be bouncing, and then everyone's going to watch that second leg. But no, I do think it'll be a comfortable win here for the Blades, and then that second leg, we won't even bother watching it.
What we were just saying off air as well, we're like, it's mad that we're in this position right now, that it is just kind of, mate, it's fine for you, but as a Leeds fan, this is bizarre. It's really unusual for us to be in this position.
We're kind of used to it now. Last 3 times we've gone up, obviously they've always been top 2 in this scenario. So yeah, I'm used to being. I'm not used to it, but last few times I've been promoted, I've been able to sit back and relax and watch the playoffs. I Burnley haven't been involved in a playoff campaign since 2009. So I haven't watched a playoff game with Burnley involved in it since 2009. So yeah, I am quite used to it, to be honest.
Defo. Have you heard Jim Bob ahead of the game? We did last night, mate. And he's. I don't know. Would you say he was confident? I think he was.
I'd say we're confident.
I think as soon as we said we were expecting them to win, I think as soon as we said that, he was like, actually, I do think that's good. It's good hearing that from you boys.
Yeah, I feel like he's confident, but he didn't really want to say it. And I'm not really sure why, because that's not usually Jim's style. Is it, Jimmy? He'll just be like, yeah, we're going to win. We'll win comfortably. We'll win every single game between now and the end of the season, which is what he said when we met up in the Brotherhood Arms. I felt like it's obviously a little bit more nerve-wracking, this, isn't it, to be fair? So he's probably a little bit more nervous, so he doesn't want to, start sitting there and saying, we're definitely going to win, in case he ends up falling flat on his face like he did with all the Green King stuff, to be fair.
That's what I mean. I think ever since I started clipping him up, ever since I started clipping up, ever
since you've been online bullying him.
The thing is, what a lot of people don't remember is, honestly, mate, those first 4 or 5 times he was on, honestly, Joe, I'd never met him before. So he was like, oh, we'll do some stuff together. And I swear to God, I was like, who is this guy? He was giving me so much grief. And I was like, I've only just met him offline here, and it was 4 or 5 times, and I was like, right, I'm gonna have to. And I'm never like that on this channel, so he brought it out of me, mate. So
yeah, I'm quite reserved, to be fair, with stuff like that. Like, actually, somebody I shared when we did the thing. Do you remember the thing that I said? Well, take was, I think Burnley will finish second. And he's like, oh, is this an outlandish opinion? There's no chance or something like that. Yeah. And I put it on Turfcast on the Facebook at the time. And then I reshared it recently. So I put something like, I know football, something like that. And someone actually commented on it, sort of like saying, you need to stand up for yourself a bit more. Like, you always just sit there and say like, yeah, I agree. I'm like, I'm not like Jimmy, like in that sense. Like, I'm not going to say outlandish things just for the sake of it. Like, my brand, if you will, has always been like trying to be level-headed, calm, sort of like, yes, I think this will happen because of this evidence and that evidence. But I'd rather get it right and be calm and collected than spout a load of nonsense like Jimmy has done in the past and end up looking silly. So he does bring it out of me sometimes. I think obviously I probably did get a little bit rattled yesterday, not just by Jimmy, by you as well, to be fair. So it can come out of me sometimes. But when I'm on YouTube stuff, like I said, my feel tends to be, or I want it to be, that's how I want to come across, is level-headed, cool, calm, not going to be shouting and screaming like some people are. So yeah, that's what I tend to try and do. So Jimmy wants to do it. That's his thing. He's got more subs than me, so there's probably a reason for that. So can't really knock it.
That's it. Well, we've got a Bristol City updated kit on the data provider there. So there we go. We know they're in red. But yeah, still no updated lineup. And Vinny Sousa's out wide and Ryan Brewster's.
If Vinny Sousa's out wide, then it might be 3-1. It might be 3-1.
I got a lot. Hey mate, how's it going? Sorry, I'm actually blocking Joe off here. Means I'm always on for a bit of Turfcast. Saw Weatherman in the crowd on the Burnley promo party video. Who's that Weatherman?
Andrew, but one of the lads that we have on the channel, we were once sort of like going, I think we drew a match and it was chucking it down. And he said, to be fair, the weather were awful. It's hard work to play football in them conditions. Like, so ever since then, everyone's been giving him loads of grief. Yeah, everyone's been giving him loads of grief. But I was like, it's the same for both teams, Andrew. So people call him the weatherman now. And he's always got awful internet as well. So people say he's got like hamsters in his garage, sort of like running and trying to keep his internet going. But he's a good lad.
Chris says, how does it feel to watch it with no nerves? Yeah, that's like I said, mate, we've just been speaking about it. It's a weird feeling. It's a very, very, very weird feeling. Michael says, Joe, are Burnley being linked to any potential signings? I think we were just speaking about this off air, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Burnley, not so much, like no names really at the minute. Our COO has come out and done an interview with Radio Lancashire, sort of like saying we have 3 or 4 bids in. But there's no names or anything coming out yet. So they are, but we're not getting names. Obviously, Leeds have been linked with Beto and things like that. So you guys are getting names. And again, we were just saying off air, weren't we? Not really sure sort of like where Beto would sort of like stand. Is he going to be the one to keep you up, the firepower to keep you up? Probably not. But he's probably a good backup option. And if you have somebody like, Beto in the side to bring on for the last 10 minutes to win headers or to be a battering ram if you're 1-0 down, then it probably would be a good bit of business. I think, especially for, what were it, 15 million quid?
Yeah,
it's quite cheap, that.
10 to 15. Yeah. And also, he had a really good, I think, well, from all accounts anyway, he was really decent at Udinese. It's just not quite worked for him at Everton.
Yeah, it's not worked at Everton, definitely not. But I know a lot of Everton fans that were whinging that Dyche weren't playing him more. So I feel like some fans do want him to play more.
I mean, he's got like 6 goals in 13 as well, but it is a bit of a basket club, in it. And I think now it's going to be really, really hard for like us or, whoever gets up in the playoffs to actually, these first initial signings for everybody to just be like, oh yeah, they're really good, because it's like it's got to be 100%, hasn't it? This recruitment, you can't miss. So like if someone looks at someone and goes, I'm not sure about that, there's going to be like a sort of like coordinated meltdown by everyone.
Yeah, well, that's our problem.
Imagine if you signed like, and I know he's been good this year, so it might be a bit different, but if you signed like Jadon Anthony for the Prem, surely there'd be like some raised eyebrows at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people in the Burnley fan base are already questioning whether or not he should be playing for us in the Prem, which I think is harsh, especially with how well he's done this year. But because of that reason, because is he strong enough to play in the Prem? Is he too lightweight? What's it going to be like when someone, I wouldn't have said went through the back of him then, but that could be taken in a different way. But so like somebody 2 foots him, is he going to get back up? You know what I mean? So yeah. I get that with Jadon, but because he's had such a good season at the minute. But just going back to your point about our recruitment's got to be spot on. That's why we were so poor the last time we went up in the Prem, because we did the recruitment again. We essentially ripped the team up and started again. Some of them had to be because the likes of Nathan Teller and Ian Markson were on loan. known. But then we didn't get the right players in, and we bought a lot of duds, and that's why we were so poor. So again, we're all in that position again now. Blades potentially will be as well. So yeah, the recruitment's got to be spot on.
Do you want to tell Code Moan why we can't show the game, mate?
I mean, Code might have a moan if we tell him or her the real reasons why we can't do it. Copyright issues, mate. Do you want me to stick a mirror up behind me? So then, but again, that'll probably get picked up. So we can't show the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, wish we could, but unfortunately, you can't do it.
Someone's so many more if we could, wouldn't we? Though, so many more viewers.
Oh, mate, yeah. Someone's just said, "Where's Kenneth from Benidorm?" Who's Kenneth?
Oh, mate, look, that's brilliant banter. Hold on.
Who's Kenneth from Benidorm?
You not seen the TV show, mate?
Oh my god! Oh my god, mate! I got his shirt today. I ordered
have you actually?
Shirt, and I wish I'd have put this guy on the back.
That'd have been brilliant.
Oh,
what have you got on back? Can you reveal it yet?
Bogle number 2.
Oh, have you? What, you should have got Mr. Tumble or something like that.
This is what he's saying.
That is brilliant.
Oh god, he'll be live now, so everybody just spam him with Kenneth from.
Yes,
Benidorm.
go over and just write Kenneth from. I've got his open on another tab as well, so I'll be able to see it.
Have you? Spam him with Kenneth from Benidorm. He'll friggin' hate.
Go over to Blades Ramble, spam Kenneth from Benidorm, then come back to this one. But leave the Blades Ramble up as well, please.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Kenneth from. Should we just leave this up all night?
Yeah.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
Imagine if somebody just dips in and sees that. They'd be like, what on earth is going on?
Right, let's get back to our... There we go. Where's Kenneth from Benidorm? Evening, fellas. Hey, folks. How's it going, mate? Yeah, some streams been linked. Oh, to be fair, have you got Bristol City up here, mate? It's... Yeah, guys, you haven't done it with us before. We'll just go, basically, and you can adjust your timers to basically what we do.
Yeah. Did you get the... Are you watching it on the same link that I sent you?
No, I'm watching it on my legal thing.
Mine's perfectly legal, just in case anyone's listening. They're just coming out on my screen now.
Are they? Yeah, they're literally on mine right now as well. I might be a little bit behind you, but it should be fine, yeah.
I think I can pause it, but I don't know how legit it is.
I can't believe
it's legal.
Jack Robinson's in there. That is. Right, I've got to get Kenneth from Benidorm off. It's still on my screen. Stop sharing. There we go. Right, they're coming out. Ah, the nerves are just not there, which is great. Let's see. Is that updated yet, that thing? Let's have a look. No, still we've got Brewster in midfield. That's good.
People are commented on Jimmy's stream as well, by the way, saying show the match, just show the match. Nobody's put Kerry from Benidorm yet. Though.
Oh, see, the One Leeds Mafia. When we've been going on with Jim live for live, they've all just gone over and slaughtered him. I think it's more of it. We've got quite a neutral base in here, so we're getting all the commenters, but there's about 15 commenters. So might be about 60 others who are just like neutral and don't even know who Jim is. Do you guys want to see win tonight? Says Paul. Do you know what? Bristol City. I would like to see Bristol City win. Why not? Why not? Do you know what I mean?
See, it's you that hates Blades, not me. He just takes it out on me because he bullies me. He always says I hate Blades. I have no opinion on Blades, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really care who wins. I think it would. I would like to see Blades in the Prem because of everything that they've done and gone side to side with us. Apologies if I look like I've been bitten. Walking dog today.
Weird guy.
Itching like mad.
Itching his arm.
Yeah, might look a bit weird on stream that. But Bristol City in the Prem would be a sight to behold. Nonetheless, because they probably finished bottom, and then obviously that's one less thing for Burnley and Leeds to worry about. But is what it is. I don't really care who wins this match.
You are right. They've gone 4-4-2. So it's Brewster, Sousa, Peck, Hamer, Campbell, and Moore. So they've gone twice up top. Oh, there we go. Square ball, lad. There you go, mate. Neil says,
"You're slagging me off with her." Lee, tell me, were they slagging me off?
Let us know, Lee, because Jimmy went on and
Jim gets his flowers, whatever that means.
He does
every single week. Probably slag me off,
mate. They wouldn't know who it was if it wasn't for the One Leeds lot. So there you go. Don't care about Blades. Can't stand Wilder, says Neil.
I've said it before, but I know why people wouldn't like him. I get it, but I like the passionate side of him. If I'm being honest with you,
yeah, I don't mind him. I tried to take the mick out of him earlier on, but I bottled a tweet. I had to get rid of it because I just had loads of blades coming for me afterwards. So I was like, well, probably shouldn't have put that out afterwards. They weren't happy.
Yeah, you've got too many Blades fans now, haven't you? That
I guess. I have. All I put was because he put like, we're not an arrogant club. Then I just put the clip of him saying to the Plymouth fan on the side, "You're going down." No. Yeah, they didn't like that.
I'm surprised you bottled it.
Yeah, I did. Normally I'm all right with Twitter, but I just bottled it. I thought, nah, not today. We've got too much work on. Right, let's get the timer going on the old widget. Right, guys. Yeah, so if you've not done this with us before, we will just do a little bit of a manual clock. I said, and we'll just we'll get it in the old first half, and we'll get moving as soon as like mine starts going, basically. And I think Joe's on a similar time to me. Was the final day assessment? They said you were fair. There you go, lad. Decent.
Does that mean I've got my flowers? I've finally. And to be fair, I've seen that other comment from Blaze Ray that says a square ball aren't really there to slag people off, mate. Like, they're not. I respect that. They're like a level-headed sort of podcast, aren't they? I've listened to it before. Yeah. But I remember once I had a guy on my channel. I love him to bits, but he's such a moron, right? And he's always commented on the stream slagging Brownell off these days, even though he doesn't do anything for us anymore. And it was when you beat us like 4-0 at the turf during COVID, because we were already safe, and I think you were like 10th. So like it was just a dead rubber of a game, and you battered us 4-0.
Was it like Rodrigo too? Was that what it was?
I think so. Yeah. It were a long time ago, and he went on, and he's got like a teardrop tattoo and everything, and loads of tattoos everywhere, long grey hair, and he's like, "They weren't even that effing good, rubbish," and they ripped into him for like 20 minutes. Yeah. He deserved it though. I remember watching it cringing, thinking, "Bloody hell, Kieran, I'm gonna have to
Kieran, mate." Right, we've kicked off anyway. We are 10 seconds in. Are you about that point, Joe?
I'm at 40, mate, so I'm gonna have to find a way. Maybe
40.
Yeah, I can't pause it. I don't think. I'll refresh it. I'll refresh the page. Watch me being about 30 seconds behind you now. No, it's exactly the same. I'll go on. There's a couple of perfectly legal feeds that I can watch. So I'll have a look at the other one, see if it's a little bit.
Right,
1 minute 1, 1 minute 3, 4.
Now most I've got is like 40 seconds. Let me have a look. See if there's.
And I'm watching a perfectly legal stream as well. And yours is legit legal, and it's behind.
Me too, mate. Hold on, I'll go on my other perfectly legitimate.
Try that link that I sent you, mate. It might actually be all right, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
We can't pause it if we're not on the same.
It could be actually. Hold on. Well, that'll be my last resort. Where are we? Sky Sports, isn't it?
I commented on Jimmy's stream, putting "good luck, lads." I'm not sure he's read it out. If he has read it out, he'll probably read it out and slag me off for 20 minutes.
This one's terrible. This one's about 800 years behind. This one's just kicked off.
Actually.
Right, I might have to use your perfectly legal link. Hold on. Where have you linked me? WhatsApp,
yeah.
Let's have a look.
Early corner for Blades, by the way. Gus Hamer stepping up to take the corner. That bite's getting bigger. Header. Ooh.
This perfectly legal stream is asking me to turn on enhanced protection, mate. So I'm a little bit worried, but yeah. This is
if the computer breaks.
This Sky Sports thing's not working actually. Oh, and you can't pause it, can you? What a nightmare we're having.
You can't pause this one.
What a nightmare we're having.
This is the only problem with doing it, because I used to do watch-alongs during COVID, but I get like 4 or 5 fans on with me, and it were a mess. Every single game were a mess. But I carried on doing it.
Oh my god, it's annoying that you can't pause it. I can try and get another. I don't use that, Ben. I don't use that, but I will have a look at my other perfectly. I mean, currently. Yeah, hold on. As I said, the stream's perfect. It's just
Blades. Oh, Bristol City are in. Oh, defended.
Oh dear, you might have to do running commentary here, mate.
Stick me in with graphics then. Ball in. Oh.
Look at the graphics though as well. Look at the graphics. It's updated now. We're at 442, which is good.
There you go. That's why you pay the big bucks, is it? 5 minutes into the match.
Oh, Bristol City are in. Lee says, so nice watching without the stress. No, I agree, mate. I agree.
Sheffield United corner again. 3 minutes 35 on my clock.
Oh, Jesus.
Buttana stepping up again.
It's only 20 seconds this time, so
That's not too bad.
yeah, it could be a chance, but
yeah. Corner taken quickly, headed back across. Oh, they've cleared it. The
thing is, even if I get this this perfect legal one working, it will be a different one to you, won't it?
Did the one that I sent you not work then? There are a couple of options on that site. In fact, that reminds me, there's other matches on tonight, so I'm going to get one of the other matches up on this screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We can have a
joint one.
Yeah. Who should I go for?
Because Scum are playing tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But that one's a done deal, isn't it? So I'll probably watch the Spurs match. It's 0-0. Bodo Glimt 0. Tottenham 0. Hey, mate, this is the dream. This is the dream. One game that side, one game that side. Not had to pay a single penny for any of it.
Away from the wife and the kids. You've told them you were.
Yeah, exactly that. Real
work. Please write in okay. All right, hold on. Might have breakthrough. Okay, might have breakthrough. Hold on just a minute.
What's that noise I can hear?
That's Sky Sports. Actually, it's Sky Sports, to be fair. Is it nothing's buffering on here? Is it all good? Still all good?
Yeah, I'm good on both of mine. This stream's good. The point this way, it's you. That way's Blades, that way's Tottenham.
Okay, currently I'm on 5:34, 35, 36.
I'm 2 seconds ahead of you.
Right, okay.
If only I could just give it a very quick... I'll give it a refresh and see where I end up.
Okay. Right.
45, 46, 47, 48.
Yeah, I think we're on. I think we're
bob on, but maybe the delay is coming through the stream rather than actually there. So I think we might see it at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Perfect. It's weird, like that nudie bin there from Don Goodman. Sujal says, how good is it to be able to watch it without knowing? Oh, mate, it's amazing. And yeah, we're just saying that, Sujal. We'll get, I think this is around about, so you guys will probably be on the same. It only works in 10 seconds, this manual clock. So I'll submit it when we get to 6:30, 7, 8, 9, bosh. Right.
Mate, we are spot on. We are literally spot on there.
Yes, that is good stuff. Good stuff. Right, we're on. Right,
I haven't tweeted this yet. I keep forgetting. I started, then I keep forgetting.
We're doing all right, to be fair. We're on 100 viewers. So shout out to everybody. I know we're this
more than I get on my channel, mate. This is your second channel. What am I doing with my life?
This is the first. This is the first live stream we've done on here in ages, to be fair. So shout out to all of you. I just said to Joe, I think the last one we did was Bristol's. Bristol? Burnley, Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
Brains of Britain in full force. Thanks, DJ. Sujal said, yeah, I just read that. Chris says, I thought the atmosphere would have been better, to be honest. Seems a little bit flat. Can you hear the atmosphere on your perfectly?
No, I can't. I could probably put it. I could, in fact, that's the point. I could do it. I'll just turn it down so I can hear you more.
Yeah. McCraw is injured currently. And let us know as if everyone on the same level as well. Bristol playing out from the back. It looks like. What do you think about Sheffield going 4-4-2? I think it's probably the right move, isn't it? They played 4-4-2 against you, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm going to say they played it against us and they looked all right. I know we beat them, but they did look all right. To be fair, they were very good for the first 20-30 minutes. And even that, I probably thought on the balance of play they were probably just about the better side. But in that second half, I thought that we were the better side, but they were really good in the first half. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think that they were really intense, weren't they? And I thought, was it Cannon and Moore who were up top? I think it was. Sounds like a comedy act, doesn't it? Cannon and Moore. Was it Cannon and Moore?
Yeah, Cannon and Moore, yeah.
So Giles says, hang on, why ain't I showing up as a member? I am definitely a member. So Giles, have a quick look at your bar, mate. You're not on the One Leeds fan channel, my friend. Yeah, that's why.
Become a member on this channel as well, mate, for £5.99 a week.
I don't think you can become a member on this one yet. Maybe you can. On this one. Maybe I've passed the subscriber limit. I'm not sure. Bristol City coming forward anyway on this right hand side. I do. The pitch angle's so mad in it at Bristol City. It's so far away.
It's too high. The
Yeah,
camera's
it's too
too high. I don't know if it's on the top of the stand or what. Ooh, I don't know if it's on the top of the stand or what, but I always find that it's far too high.
Yeah. Bristol City started all right here though.
They have.
I was doing this when I was doing the show the other day for Betfred. They were saying that apparently their best player this season has been Jason Knight, and I've not heard the name Jason Knight. Genuinely, ball play forward here. McCrory in behind. Potential chance here for. Oh, what is that?
Awful.
But yeah, they were saying that apparently the best player is Jason Knight, and I was like, I've not heard of Jason Knight since he was at Derby.
Yeah, I think I had Ben on. Is it called Ben Mead? So he does vlogs and stuff. When we played them recently, and he said a similar thing. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tonight.
I've just got to show this one more time.
Everybody spam the comments on Blades Ramble. Kenneth from Benidorm. Is it Kenneth or Keith? I can't remember.
Someone, I think it was Timmy. Just put, where's Kenneth from Benidorm? Oh, it's unbelievable. Oh, Kenneth for the Blades Ramble. Oh God, it's done it again. But Paul and Barry from Chuckle Vision. Yes, that's quite a compliment, to be fair.
Yeah, that is. Which one's Paul? Which one's Barry? Which one's Paul?
Who's funnier?
Oh,
right. Have I gone off screen all of a sudden?
No, you're there on mine.
Oh, right, sad. Right, long throw, Sheffield United. That's why Robinson's on, isn't it? 4-4-2.
Yeah, I think it all happens here. There you go. 1-0 already.
Massive goal. And it's Jack Robinson with his Rory Delap throw. It is 1-0. Oh, no.
It's offside.
Offside. Wow. Massive get out of jail.
I was just thinking there, that's such a massive time to score, isn't it? Like, nice early goal, set the tone for the tie. But that's Wilder's fuming. Jock.
He just said bullshit, didn't he? Just
Oh yeah. I think you're a bit ahead of me now. I just seen it then. Yeah.
Look at his face. He's fuming with that.
So what's he giving then? Is he giving offside or is he giving a foul?
Look, yeah, it might be a foul actually. Look at that throw. That's absolute Brexit. Nod on. Where's the foul there? Is it Peck?
Nobody's offside there. Oh, he's offside there. But has he touched the ball?
And that's
it's offside. That's the right decision.
Do you reckon? So he's headed it. Is it? But is the ball beyond the line though when it goes in? Oh, that could be it. That's in. I think that's in. But it's
still interfering with play though, isn't it? Because he's blocking the defender off.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Ooh. Big get out of jail card.
That was a get out of jail card for Bristol there, but a nice sign of intent from the Blades.
By the way, how mad must you be if you're a Bristol City fan and you concede a set piece, you'd be absolutely raging, wouldn't you? And again, it's like throw up and play against Sheffield United. Don't get me wrong, they've got the quality of player like Gus Hamer or whatever, a screamer from the edge of the box to be able to do it. But a set piece it's minging that.
And people gave us grief for we were playing that way in the Prem, but I don't mind it. Like you've got to do what you've got to do. If long throws are upsetting teams, then keep it at them.
Mate, I was saying earlier on, right? I put a tweet out. I got this tweet from Opta not long ago, and the bottom 5 teams for set pieces, 3 out the bottom 5 were the promoted teams: Leicester, Southampton, and Ipswich. How mad's that?
Yeah, that is. It shows the importance of it.
Wilder looks absolutely raging already.
I don't know what he's complaining about. Like, it's genuine. I'm in like a championship chat WhatsApp group. Hopefully, I'll get deleted out of that soon. And they're all saying in there like, what's he moaning about? Like, I genuinely don't have any idea what he's complaining about, other than the fact that he didn't touch it. But it doesn't matter. He's interfered with play because he's blocking the defender off.
Prabhu says.
Interesting to see what Jimmy's saying.
I can imagine what Jimmy's saying. He's so funny.
I'm looking at the comments now. That was a goal. Harsh, that lads. I'm sorry. What? It's not harsh.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Again, when Jimmy sees that, if he comes back and watches this, he'll just be like, "That's because you ate Blades, Jim."
He has. Yeah. In all fairness, he has blocked the lad at the back post. It's interfering with playing it.
100%. Yeah. My only concern is he level with the ball when he heads it?
Yeah.
So he isn't offside in that sense. That would be my thing. Not necessarily the interfering play. He's definitely interfering with play.
Oh, Siddy. What a player he is. Siddy.
That haircut, though.
It's bad, isn't it? He looks like a
1920s
gentleman.
He does, doesn't it? Distinguished. What a distinguished gentleman you are.
Ball over the top for Bristol City. Harrison Burrows clears. Bristol. It's interesting. This matchup is fascinating. It's just grit, isn't it, from Bristol? I just don't think the quality is going to be there from them against the Blades. I think that's what we said. I won it yesterday.
Yeah. Although what I will say is in 2009, we played Reading in the semi-finals and they were better than us. Like we finished 5th, they finished 4th, but they were battling for the top 2 for ages and they just fell away. They were so much better than us, but we just did that grit and determination and we got through. Effort!
Oh, he's in the bar! Oh, God, McCrory!
Yes, Ashley Barnes is in the chat. Yes, Ashley. Good to see you, mate.
Nice to see you in here. What a hit that was. Bristol City. Who is it? Is it Knight? He's absolutely, it's a thunder, you know what. He's smacked the bar. It's Williams. Joe Williams. He's absolutely nearly broke the bar there. What a
great effort that.
Bang. Oh,
that is a
off
great
the bar. So it's about a 50-50 split. Sujal says, is there any haircut more ridiculous than Cole Palmer's? I don't know.
Cole Palmer's, is that bad? Has he changed it?
You haven't seen Joe's in real life. It's pretty tragic.
What's wrong with mine? Not wrong with mine. Could be
worse.
When you had the Alioski haircut, mate, that was pretty bad.
I saw I went to a wedding at the weekend, and this lad just went. I'd never met him before. He's the groom, so we know his missus. And went down. He had like a big mane of hair. He's about 40 years old, but he's got a cracking head of hair. But he had highlights put in. I just went to him. They look good, mate. Those highlights in there. And he goes, better than yours frigging did. What was all that about?
When I first met you, that's what you did. I'm just like, this is normal. This is his normal hair. Then I went and watched some of your older videos. I'm like, has he just done this? Who's told him to do this?
Why has he done that? Yeah.
Cheers, Lee. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you, mate. You need to come on these Battle Line streams more often and stick up with me when they're both bullying me.
Lee's a good lad. He's a nice lad, Lee. It's just seeing that goal.
See, he's being nice again now to you. So it just shows how he's
Lee's
a real nice guy.
Mate, out of 44,000 subscribers, Lee is literally the only one who was like, yeah, I like that. Even my dad was like, you're like a numpty son. I'm like, fair enough. Tell me how it is.
Love it, Connor's dad.
Right, City Peck launches it up. Tyrese, he's quick, isn't he, Campbell? Campbell on this right-hand side now. Hamer's not been marked up in the centre. Campbell, chance for Sheffield United here. Ball played in. Oh, it's a poor touch. Yeah, they've still got it. Burrows, Hamer, shoot.
Oh, deflected.
Deflected over the bar.
Oh, deflected wide or over, weren't it? Yeah. Oh, offside again anyway. It's just going to keep cutting to that linesman, isn't it?
Liam says, who's Burnley and Leeds got in the playoffs? Can't find it anywhere. Good lad, Liam. That's what we like to hear, mate. That's what we like to hear.
Nice and calm, isn't it, Liam? Should have got some beers in, shouldn't we? Yeah, chilling out with some beers.
I've got to have time off. Big time off. Like, big time off.
Yeah, you're a lot busier than me. I don't. I mean, on the channels you are. Obviously, I don't do anywhere near as much as you.
But you know what?
It makes me laugh. Like even when sometimes I'll be downstairs having a brew because I've got a day off or I'm working from home. I'm sat downstairs having a brew and it pops up. One leads to upload the video and I look and it's you walking through streets of wherever it is you live or wherever your parents live. Just good morning, everybody. Like, he's doing it again. Here it is again.
He's here again. Jesus Christ.
I love it how you say everybody. I've noticed that you say everybody a little bit strange. Like everybody.
It's quite Partridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cam says, "Get a mullet, mate." I'm trying.
That's the fashion at the minute, and I'll be honest with you, mate. I think it's a crime against humanity. The fact that that's come back.
The mullet, yeah,
it's awful.
It's tragic, isn't it? But then again, like I do go to the barbers now, and when I try to get a skin fade, I look like a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore because I'm too old for a skin fade. I look like I'm, mullet. What's the saying now? Mutton dressed as lamb. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Might as well get some like trackies on again.
But they all say taper now, don't they? Like taper fades, all the kids.
Yeah. That winds me up.
Or a burst fade. I don't know. I literally, my barber's, yeah, she's lovely, but I'm just a little bit like I've no idea what any of this means, like a burst fade and all that stuff.
I just go in and say, whatever you want, mate. Just do whatever you want to me. You know what I like. Just do what you want. Well, the last time he cut the what they called sideburns off, and I weren't very keen on that. Justin
says, Connor, I don't think Jim Bob is happy with Callum Fowler doing match bingo, mate. Where you do match bingos? Jim's very like competitive though. When
precious
it comes to
over that, isn't it?
Very.
It could be worse. You could have just not been asked.
Yeah, he's very, very, very precious about sponsorships. So you got to be careful with Jim. He's he'll.
I might get Sheffield Coach Travel to sponsor Turfcast or whatever it's called. Then. Might give him a ring.
Do we just go around all the houses and just see who he supports? Like who gets on? Ben says get a taper, mid fade taper. I don't know what that means.
That's
mate.
what I asked. I asked for a low taper fade last time.
What the hell does that
like
mean?
my hair. I don't really know. I just googled like men's hair, 30s men's hair, and then it was showing me men's hair from the 1930s, and I'm like, no, men's hair in their 30s because I don't want to look like an idiot. And it said it's nice to get a low taper. I'm like, I'll just do that then.
Oh, a low taper, right? Okay, I'm just looking at it now. It looks very Archie Gray. I don't know if you get that reference, but what is this? It? Hold on, I'm gonna share it now.
Oh yes, we're sharing hair now. Love it.
So did you say mid taper or low taper?
I get a low. I think, to be fair, that's similar to what I get.
Low taper. A low taper is a haircut with a hair transition from long or top to short. So what is
similar,
that? But that's not a haircut. Is
that's
it?
An AI generated image.
Like that's not a hair. Like what is that? Like that just looks weird, doesn't it? Looks like you've just had like grafts.
But I've been to the barber before and asked for a low taper, and he does all that, and he has this little thing, and he gets like a little credit card thing out, shapes it up outside of my head, and goes, this, and I walk away with this perfect thing. And as soon as I have a wash, it's gone. I'm like, yeah, it looks good for 20 minutes, and as soon as it would get out, it rained. It's all dripping down my face.
Incredible.
Obviously, it's not that bad, but.
Right, Bristol City have it on the right hand side. Tanner,
football.
It's been a bit cagey, isn't it? This Dicky goes forward.
I'll be honest, I've not watched for 5 minutes.
Oh. But
again, poor quality there on the touch from whoever that was.
Really bad. Yeah, he had a bit of space there as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It's a poor quality game. I have to be honest. Tyrese Campbell just boots it back to Harrison Burrows. Last time they met, actually, Burrows got the double, didn't he?
Yeah. What happened to the team of the season as well? We were meant to do on yesterday's Battle Lines. Did I miss that?
Mate, why don't you say? I forgot. Oh, I
forgot. Because you've been there for like 30 minutes and you start wrapping up and I'm like, I must have missed it. I had my pen in my hand, ready.
Oh, we'll do it next week. And it'll be even better as well.
Michael Cooper.
Everyone's like to me, can you redo it again? Because we want to hear what Jim says. But then on the group chat, he was like, yeah, I'm still going to remain. I'm still going to say everything I was.
He said on that voice note, didn't it? I know who, and in fact, I won't even say it. And that was the Cooper Trafford thing. Trafford's got the Golden Glove, Player of the Season. Well, should have been Player of the Season. Most bloody clean sheets.
I think Cooper's a really good keeper, but I think in those 3 games in particular, like Oxford and Plymouth, he struggled a little bit. I thought he struggled a little bit, and I don't think Trafford's had a blemish really this season.
No,
I think Trafford's been class. Bristol City on the edge here, strike at goal, another corner, second corner.
Pumping up the pressure a bit.
Bristol City will, poetic.
Mate, if Scott Twine comes on and scores a free kick, he will be fuming.
Sujal says, as a baldy, I'm feeling very left out. Sujal, we'll all be there one day, mate. We'll all be there.
Well, no, I'm 37 now, lads, and I've still got a strong hairline. It's not.
Have you noticed it go back a bit, though?
Yeah, it has a little bit, yeah, but that's. Yeah. I'm trying to work. I can't do this on stream.
Yeah.
I can't work it out what I'm meant to do, but my head's all right for 37. It's gone back a bit there, look, but.
Yeah, mine's a bit weird because my dad's bald, and he went.
Yours
bald.
Looks like quite strong, to be fair. Your hairline,
but my dad's bald. My brother went bald at 19.
That's no good, is it?
Nah, but both my granddads have got full heads of hair, which is really weird. So yeah, I was going
to say it must be something on your mum's side then, but obviously not if your dad's bald.
Yeah. Lee says, yep, KG was not happy with the link of Beto. I don't think Beto's. We were just speaking about it. Carl's an Everton fan. I'm an Everton fan. And for around 5 games, Beto was R9.
Yeah, remember that.
But he's been playing stuck in the mud ever since. I think it depends what we're going for. If I've said this a lot, I've said if you dot around technical footballers, but you bring in runners, you bring in physical players. Like there's been rumors of like Decore, Longstaff. If you bring in like physical players like that, and you dot technical players around like Nonto, Ramazani, Solomon, let's say if we were to get him, and then you've got the likes of Beto, I don't know, Decore, other runners as well from the continent. I don't think that's bad. Or you've got to have a mix in there. I was saying
you've got to have a battering ram, and he would be your battering ram. If he's starting week in, week out for you, then you're in trouble. But I don't think he would do.
Yeah. I said as well, we did a stream earlier with an Everton fan, Mike, and I just said that it's very much dependent on the fee as well. If you're going out and spending 25 million on Beto, you need your head checking. But if you're spending like 10, 15 mil on him, I don't mind that at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that comment from Chris. Not from Chris, from Cal. He plays footy like he wears Timberlands. That's absolutely brilliant.
But he scored like 6 goals in 13, hasn't he? So
yeah, he's done all right. Spurs have just had a free kick saved. Ben was bothered about that one as well.
Bill Bauer everywhere in Manchester as well today, which was great to see. What a place, Joe! You got to get yourself over to Bilbao, mate. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to try and I'm going to create a second channel soon. And I do want to do stuff on there where I go to other random grounds like that. But it's so saturated, that side of YouTube, innit? You've got so many people doing that. So I wouldn't stand out doing it because I just wouldn't. There's too many. But I'd love to do that. Go on some random grounds like Bilbao and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Foul, I think, for Sheffield. No, it did look like a bit of a dive there, I'll be honest. Looked like he was looking for it. McCrory gives it away. Oh, God. Hamer, ball over the top. There's something in this for Sheffield United, definitely. Brewster goes for goal, blocked. Bristol City get it. Good tackle.
Then.
Yeah, he's on luck. I wonder if they've got an obligation for him. If they have, I'm not sure about Chowdhury in the Prem. But...
Did you see how rattled he was at the turf? Absolutely brilliant. He properly lost his head. And then all Bangladesh football fans were spamming Turfcast. Like, what did he say? Like, Chowdhury is your father. Respect your father and all this. And it was like, honestly, I couldn't get rid of him. I must have blocked about 200 people from Bangladesh like weeks leading after that.
Really?
Yeah, they were just proper going mad at it.
I don't think Jimmy gets anything from them, though, does he? Or he might do. I'm not sure. Don't really see anything in this chat.
I don't know. Weirdly, like I always go on about how many followers Turfcast has got on Facebook because it's got 52,000 now, but it shoots up because I play the game very well. I know the African football fans love anything. So if I put anything up about Lyle Foster, it goes mental. Hannibal, it goes mental. So you need to play on that game, yeah.
Yeah, that's good actually. I don't work on Facebook at all, to be honest. We've had this chat. I don't work on it at all.
I'd rather have 52 on YouTube than on Facebook, put it that way. But yeah, at least one of my platforms is decent sized, and it helps with sponsors when I'm sort of like bigging myself up. Like, well, look, 52K on here.
And your Twitter's on. You're everywhere. You're like me on YouTube on Twitter. Every time I go on Twitter,
it's the worst platform to be good on, though. It's like I just want to be good on YouTube. YouTube's a very slow burner for me. It takes far too long.
Yeah, it is difficult. Jim upsets Leeds and Burnley fans. Joe upsets the entire country.
Honestly, I love it. Like the video of Hannibal that I filmed from the parade of singing "He's in your head." Last time I checked, it around like 488k views, and I was like, "That's brilliant."
All I keep seeing is like Leeds fans going, "Hasn't he just got like 1 goal this year? How can he be?"
Actually, I think he's still one. It's because every fan base hates him because he'll do something like what he did at Ellen Road. But then even when he played against Millwall the other day, he didn't do anything wrong, and they were all booing him. But it's just like he's one of them fans that people don't like.
Yeah, he's Man United as well, which doesn't help.
To be fair, he played against us for Birmingham and he played against us for Man United, and I hated him both times. He was winding me up no end, so I completely get it.
I didn't know he was at Birmingham. I thought I was just Chong.
No, he were there the year we won the championship on the company, and he came to the turf, and he were a right BASTARD.
Joe, Chris says, Joe, would you entertain Danny Ings back at the turf? I know he's old and his wages will be high, but he still knows where the goal is. This sounds very similar to me seeing a report earlier on about Calvin Phillips coming back to Leeds.
Yeah, it's not for me, mate. I know Burnley fans love him and stuff, and I get that. And we'll forever be grateful for what he did with that goal at Ewood Park. The first time we beat him in 30-odd years or whatever it was. But, yeah, too old. Wages will be ridiculous, mate.
I'll play forward. Oh, Campbell.
Oh, he's got to be. Oh,
he's got to score that. Hamer on the rebound. That had to be a goal. Rebound, City Peck, checks back, right foot.
Deflected. Oh.
Save over the bar, Max O'Leary. It's a good save that. He's kept him in the game. Out of nowhere, they're in. Absolutely. I don't know if Bristol were pushing I think they were. They pushed a full.
They're playing a very high line, though, against a fast forward.
They're playing a back three as well, though, aren't they? So they're enabling those forwards to go it's effectively a back five, isn't it? But they're just pushing the fullbacks higher, which leaves them exposed if they hit those channels. But Peck over the bar. This is the thing as well. Like, you just think that with Tyke, I mean, he's got to do better there. It's a poor finish that from Campbell. It's straight at him.
He's done well to get there. It's a good pass, but he's got to do better there, and he's got to be quicker as well. Once he's made that initial shot, the keeper does well to kick it away.
Yeah. What do you think of what do you think of corner here? Anyway, hold on a sec. Aim's about to whip it in. Ball
Whipped in.
Oh, he's had it. First connection.
It's it. Oh, you've got to smack that, mate.
Burrows back across. Men
back to Hamer.
Hamer. Out. Yeah, you just, I don't know, with shit. That it felt like that with that Bristol City chance. It had to go in, didn't it? It had to go in that.
Yeah, it really, really did. Like I said, especially following it up as well.
Yeah.
But Hamer there. That's a decent effort from Hamer. Just maybe not actually. He's got to connect with that a bit better.
Yeah. Connor says hi from Ireland. I am new here, still nil in the Man United game. Good luck, Connor. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, get yourself over to Turfcast. Hit that one as well, mate.
And Turfcast, of course.
And one Leeds.
Evening, Connor. Well, they're through anyway. Oh, the Scummers. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, Connor.
Yeah, that was confusing, weren't it? I bet he thought you were talking to you. Especially when you both got one end, spelling it the wrong way.
That's right. The Irish way. Bailey says, would either of you take Gus Hamer for
100%? Even Leeds would, and they've got a better squad than Burnley, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings on Hamer, like, because he gets this obviously tag that he's not really bridged the gap yet. I just think he's a really good player. The only thing is I'd be worried about is I think he's going to cost you easier 25, 30 million. I think the worry is it's his discipline, but it's also his fitness, which he's just
the fitness is a worry. The fitness is a worry. I'm not sure whether the fitness, and again, I'm not being a DICK here, but I'm not sure if the fitness comes from him being a little bit out of shape potentially.
He is out of shape, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like he is, but
it's not like a stocky build, is it? He's genuinely.
Yeah, he is. He's like Rooney and stuff like that. He used to be back in the day. He's going to be one of them footballers that you see in 30, 40 years, and he's going to be huge, like R9 and Wayne Rooney. He's going to be one of them.
Yeah. Post career, he's going to be.
I love that comment from Ballyboo's camps. Jamie who? Sounds like a porn star, mate.
Oh dear.
I'm having to do a couple of refreshers on my streams now. I hope that's not screwed it all up,
mate. That is mad how you just said that. On our
is it doing it for you?
On our Sky Sports stream, Wells has just kept it in, plays it back. Don't know if you're on the same one as me. Sky Sports, of course. Yeah, good stuff. Ball played down the wing it from Wells, kept it in. Ball played back post, out from Burrows, collected on that right-hand side. Maybe a bit of a chance here for Bristol City. Ball played back. Viner. They need to make this count. This is massive for Bristol City. They've got to win this game. They cannot go to Bramall Lane. I don't think obviously on a loss, but a draw.
Speaking of Callum Fowler, I was watching his predictions earlier today, and he was saying that he thinks that Bristol City will wet themselves at Bramall Lane, which were a brilliant here we go, nice defender there. And I feel like if they're in that scenario where they need to get something from Bramall Lane, then that is exactly what they'll do. They'll wet themselves. They need to go in there winning.
Yeah, they do. You on the same minute as me?
32, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, fair.
My European ones keep freezing though.
Do they? Jason Knight. Yeah, you might be a little bit behind me, I think, for the first time ever. That's never, ever happened. Ball played over here. They're in a really good spot again. Brewster on the right-hand side. 2 over. Ball played in. More. They're way too open there. They're way too open.
That's the problem. You got to leave it. Leave it.
It's this side every time. It's McCrory is pressing so high, and every single time it's Brewster or it's Ty Campbell. They're getting in here all the time.
Yeah, he should have left that then. It's probably not to know. He's maybe not got a shout, but if defender might have covered it if he didn't leave it. To be fair, but
Lee says we're both about 40 seconds behind. Fantastic.
I mean, that's probably to be expected because I presume Lee will be watching it on actual TV.
Yeah. Bilbao 1-0.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen that, but I did see someone in the comments earlier saying no updates on European, so I didn't mention it. But yeah, correct. They are winning 1-0.
That's good. That's good. My mate will be shaking like a you-know-what dog in the stadium. Yeah,
just watch it replay, I think, now. Oh, it's a rate goal. It's a rate goal.
Who is it? Who scored?
I don't know. It's gone off that
I'll tell you what, Joe, what we'll do is we'll pan on over to Bilbao here. Let's have a look. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
It's Joragiza. Joragiza. There we go. And
as bad as me then, butchering names. I used to butcher names live on radio, me.
What's that, Joe? You want to go live to Bodo Glimt? No problem, mate. Let's have a look.
Let's do that, mate. I love this. You might be selling it to me this now on the upcoming Joe Tom Red channel.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go to Chelsea as well? 0-0 against
Jura. They're playing Painters, and mind you, that's wrong. It says they're playing at Ashton Gate. What's all that about? That needs updating.
In all fairness, I do need to update that. That is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Man United are not playing Bilbao at Ashton Gate. I can confirm.
That'd be a sight to behold.
Actually, I don't think we're that far behind. I'll be honest, because that is the automatic timings here. I need to update that. So we are not that far behind. I don't think. So Lee, you're telling fibs, mate. I think we're about 5 or 7 seconds behind. I'm just gonna change it now.
It's always, having worked in TV and stuff like that, it just takes longer for the signal to travel to your computer than it does straight through a satellite. It's just very quick on a satellite dish, whereas going through internet and stuff, it will add that like 10 seconds, 15 seconds here and there.
Chris says, Connor, what are your serious thoughts on Leeds getting Jose? I think if they do, that's you safe next season. He'd attract so many good players.
I love Jose, me.
I mean, Mourinho would be, outstanding, wouldn't it? I mean, he's a manager who's won 2 Champions Leagues at a newly promoted side. Yeah, that would be outrageous, mate. Yeah, it would be outrageous. And I think a big thing with someone like Mourinho would obviously be like
wide,
like who was it just said? Sorry, was it Justin or was it? It was Chris. Like Chris has just said, it's attracting the players in it. So yeah, that's big.
Yeah, it was similar, not on the same sort of thing, but when Vincent Kompany dropped down to the Championship with us, we were a similar sort of thing. We were attracting players like from all over the place and things like that, and obviously we ended up doing very well. So it was a similar sort of thing with us, and that was part of the reason why we won the league so comfortably that year.
During the next big one is Fabregas. He's the next big one at Como.
Yeah,
okay, he's the next.
You're doing
one.
Well.
Yeah, well, they're all raving about him again. His style of football.
He's part owner though, isn't he? As well.
Yeah, part owner. Yeah, surely that can't convince that doesn't mean that he never moves anywhere.
No, but maybe he's there a lot longer than probably what he would have been.
Yeah, to be fair though, if I was at Como, I'd probably be sticking around as well. I can't believe that doesn't factor into some managers' decisions. It's like, look at where I am in the world.
Yeah.
Although apparently that happened with Rafael Leao at AC Milan. Apparently he's had like loads of Prem offers, but he's like, nah, mate, I live in Milan.
Yeah,
I'm not coming over.
It's like Beckham. That's obviously what he ended there, didn't he? Because how much he loved the city and stuff. Because he's big into fashion and obviously Victoria is as well. So
yeah.
He had some career though, didn't he? Paris, Milan, Miami. Is that where LA Galaxy? He ended there. Lived in some cities.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Paris though. Are you?
No, to be honest, I don't like it. I actually don't like Paris as a city. I think it's a bit, and this is rich coming from someone from Burnley. I thought I'd say it before somebody else does, but I feel like it's a bit scruffy. Like it's got this reputation that it doesn't have, and I've been loads of times, and I've never really liked it, and I've never seen more rats than anywhere other than Paris. They're just absolutely everywhere, absolutely everywhere. It's a myth. Is Paris. But Beckham would have lived probably in the city centre in a high-rise flat looking at the Eiffel Tower. It's lovely in that area.
That's it.
The bits that I stay in, Premier Inn on the outskirts of town. Awful.
Cal says Weston McKennie nearly ruined his life leaving Turin for Yorkshire. He did, mate. He did not acclimatise at all. Sheffield United coming away on this right-hand side anyway. Bit of space. Ball played in behind. It is Ty Campbell who retrieves it. Kiefer Moore's in the middle. Can they make anything happen here? They're definitely looking the more dangerous Sheffield United at the minute. They're just getting behind at will. Ty Campbell, poor ball in. straight back out. And Naki Wells then gives it away. No, he doesn't. There's a Sheffield United. Let's be brutally honest. There, Sheffield United don't look anything much, but Bristol City
they look better than Bristol.
Oh my god! I mean, in all fairness, mate, when I saw them at Ellen Road, and I know they had a couple of injuries and stuff, but I mean, I don't think they had a shot. I think we had about 40 shots and should have scored.
Genuinely, I think their first shot came in like the 75th minute or something like that against you, didn't it? Like not even shot on target the first shot.
Yeah, they were really, really, really bad. I was really surprised actually.
They weren't great against us.
What score was it against you?
2-0.
Was it? Yeah.
I'll double check, but I think it were.
Lee will try to get 21 next season. Get Gary Neville crying.
Only 1-0, but still, I felt like they weren't never really in that game.
Aaron says, I know this is more for Connor, but with the 49ers buying Rangers, it's given Farker the Rangers job the best option to get rid of him. Yeah, it's something that my old man said actually. In all fairness, to if there was an option of Farker leaving, what would he do? Where would he go? Sort of thing. And Rangers wouldn't be a bad option for him if he was to ever, leave Leeds for whatever reason. You've seen championship managers go up there and do pretty well. He'd do pretty well up there as well, I think.
Potentially as well, getting the Champions League. Obviously, Celtic are miles ahead of him at the minute, but there's an avenue there to play in managing the Champions League.
Massive clubs as well, aren't they? Both of them.
Yeah, they're huge.
It's like any time. Like I did a video on this channel. Joe Williams has gone off, by the way. A bit of a blow there for Bristol. Who's come on there? Earthy in the middle. It's been a drab game, hasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it's not been great this game. Blades are the better side, but even they're not creating that much.
No.
Thank the Lord for these European games, but even them not been the best.
Ball played forward. Oh mate, that was it. That was
That's the lack of quality that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Burnley and Leeds score from that, or at least get a shot on target from that.
Exactly. Get that through. But there's a bit of an interchange of play there if people weren't watching, and Bristol City needed one pass and they were in, and the pass was just atrocious. This McCrory though, he's a bit of a he's decent at getting forward, but once again, I always say this with Sam Byram at Leeds, it's the uncomfortable nature of having a right-footed left back. It just narrows everything. You have to cut inside every time. You cannot go on your left side. It's a nightmare. It just completely narrows play.
I think it was the same with us and Bashir Humphreys. Once Lucas Perez came into the side, we had more of a balance, but Humphreys is probably a better defender. But if I remember rightly, he is right-footed, but he didn't really get forward as much as Humphreys.
Oh, goodness me. Back post ball.
That's awful.
Earthy's first touch.
Great start.
Kills the attack.
Great start.
Timmy says this is the exactly the type of game Sheffield United lose. They drop off now. Yeah,
no, this is the game that they used to always win, though, didn't they? Up until they had that mad moment, we were getting so frustrated with them because they wouldn't disappear, because they play like this and then score a raggy goal in the 75th minute and then win 1-0.
Yeah. Big games tomorrow night, innit? Are you busy tomorrow night? It's a Friday. You taking the missus dancing?
No, I won't be going dancing with her for much longer, mate. I'm in work, but I finish at 6. But not sure. I'm not like you, mate. I'm not sure I'll get away with 2 streams in a row. But drop me a message,
mate. I cannot tell you the week I've had with that.
You've done a lot this week.
Oh no,
I feel sorry. I'll say you do a lot,
mate. The 2 words quality time have been bandied around way too much. I'm in a lot of trouble there.
I can imagine. I hope that door ain't ajar. I hope you've shut it.
Liam says if Humphreys is right-footed, I've got 3. Yeah, mate, we're not swearing on it.
Yeah, no, good point, mate. Yeah. That were a real cross, weren't it? And to be fair, he did the same at Bramall Lane for Brownhill, didn't he? So yeah, you are right. He's left-footed. My bad.
Chris says,
"What are you thinking of then?"
Chris says, "What do you do for a living, Joe?" Always working. You're gonna.
Yeah, true.
They're not told Chris that.
I don't. I've mentioned it on the channel a few times. I'm not sure how long Chris been watching, but I work in TV, mate. So I'm like a TV director. Basically, I'm technically self-employed, but I'm kind of like a freelancer / contractor, if you will. So I do things for a betting company, quite a big betting company. I won't mention him on here in case Connor's got any sponsors, but I don't think he does. No. And I do, so like when you go into bookies and you see the horse racing and the greyhounds on TV, I will do that for them. And I work for a company called Red Bee, who have contracts with BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, and I essentially Transmission control, it's called for them. So I do things where I'm essentially sometimes in charge of the likes of, BBC One, BBC Two. Mainly, I get the children's channels, which are a doddle, but they're boring. But when I do ITV 3 and 4, I was telling Connor off air earlier, it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And I mean, tomorrow I'm on CBeebies. Beautiful, nice easy day, nice and calm. Then on Saturday, ITV, 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. I've already had a message off the boss. We've got 2 lives. What's on air on ITV on the? Can't remember now. I think one's a horse racing, which is easy because obviously I do that for the bookies, and one is, I think he said rugby, and I've not done rugby before, so that'll be interesting.
Red Bee Media says, I sorted out their computer systems about 25 years ago.
Yes, Simon, it is Red Bee Media. Yes, that's where I work, mate. But I do the stuff at Media City. If you did that around 25 years ago, you probably did it down in London.
Do you know Leo Caldecott?
I am aware of this inferior human being. He's just messaged me, actually, and I was just looking at it then. He's just sent me a text. What are you doing now? Live streaming yourself, watching games? You're going to be doing OnlyFans next. Well, I'm not sure how many subs I get doing that, Leo.
Oh, chance. Oh, I thought we had something.
Where were you tonight, by the way, Leo? I thought you'd be at football.
Yeah, right. Just send him a text. Christ alive. Stream it, Leo. I knew in a sec.
I'm going to get you more comments, mate. When he comments back, it's another comment. Good for the algorithm.
Guys, as well, go on, Joe. Tell them why they should like the stream, mate.
Because you're the stream because it's good for the algorithm.
It is good, lad. Good for the algorithm.
Good for the algorithm, everybody.
That's it, everybody. What else have we got here? We've got someone saying, Danny Roll. Have you seen that? Danny Roll leaving Chef Wednesday. I mean, it was
now.
Well, they reckon it's pretty much confirmed that he wants to leave. I saw some news outlets saying today that he's
good manager.
Yeah. I mean, they're going down. They're going down.
Wednesday.
Yeah. They'll go down next year.
When we did that Green King thing, and we take a sip if you've got the best manager in the division, and I was the only person that didn't take a sip. Yeah. I'm thinking in my head because I think Danny Roll is.
Yeah.
Or Reggie Labrie. I think I said Reggie Labrie at the time, but I think now I've gone off him a bit because of how bad they've been in the lead up to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Do you know what, though? I think with Reggie Labrie, you do look at that Sunderland team, and I know last year they were honking, but I do look at that Sunderland team, and I was mentioning this to one of my mates the other day. I was saying outside the parachute payment teams, you are like the best team. Do you know what I mean? So I know that, so I'm kind of like looking at that, and I'm just like, I don't know. I like Sunderland. Me and you are on the same wavelength with Sunderland. I'm just like, when they're at their pomp, they're so good. Like against, championship level. I just thought against us, both legs, they were really, really, really good. I actually thought in that, the through. Oh, what is he doing? Kiefer Moore's been brought down in the box. Red card, Bristol City. Game over. Right before half time.
What is he doing?
Game over. Who is it? Is it Dickey? Oh, if it's Dickey, it literally is tie over. Yeah, it's pen that. He's a pen.
This is what I mean, though, about how anything can happen. Blaze could do something silly in the playoff final like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it Dickey?
I think so.
Let us know in the chat, everyone, if it is.
He's the one complaining, so I think it is.
I think it might be that Tanny, headed on. Oh, no. Oh, it's Dickey. That is.
Oh, my stream's just frozen.
Oh, mate, that is like the worst case scenario because he's their best player. Him and obviously like Jason Knight or whatever. But I don't know. Do you think it was a pen? It probably.
Yeah, he's gone down easily. Don't get me wrong, but it's a pen. It's a pen and a red card, and it's the scenario these days where you have to go down a bit easily because if he stays on his feet, gets his shot away, and the ref doesn't give it. So I fully understand why it's gone down like that. But it is a pen. It is a red card, and could probably end the stream now. Game over.
Yeah. That is. I think that's. I'll be honest. I think that's the Blades on the way to Wembley. Harrison Burrows, great pen. 1-0. 1-0 Sheffield. And I think he scored his 3rd goal at Ashton Gate this season. That's a right pen. Lovely pen. Matthew says, "Get in, lads." Rob says, "I think red's a bit harsh." It's last man though, Rob. That's the thing, mate.
Yeah, it is a red. Someone in that WhatsApp chat I was telling you about now, a West Brom fan in Eastport, that might be a pen, but it's never a red. I'm not even sure it's a pen, by the way, but it's definitely not a red. He tries to win the ball. irrelevant. I mean, is it irrelevant? I don't know what the rule is on that, to be fair. I think it's a double jeopardy rule, isn't it?
It's always last man, though, isn't it? Last man in
Yeah,
your
he's definitely last man. He's definitely brought down. I think it's a penalty in a red, 100%, and it's a good penalty in the end.
Yeah, he has to literally pull him down to get his leg on the ball, doesn't it? His foot on the ball. Sorry, look, he's had to grab him to get his foot on the ball because Moore's in, isn't he? Moore's going to slot that away. I want to see the defender.
He pulls him down. It's definitely a red. Definitely a pen.
Yeah. I want to see that. I want to see it before that. I want to see it before, like I mean, that is just.
Yeah, as research says there, who's one of my regulars, there is something in that double jeopardy rule. I'm not sure what the exact rule is.
Yeah. Well, that's a tie one, isn't it? That's a tie one right there. That's That's a massive, massive turning point. That denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Same for Man United in Bilbao.
Didn't realise Bilbao had a man sent off, did they? Oh, United.
Yeah, in Bilbao they did. Yeah.
Oh, did they? Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, I'm thinking of this game. Yeah.
They had one sent off in about 10 minutes, didn't they? It killed it. Anyway, Bristol City, they've got a right task now. If you're a Bristol City fan, you're absolutely wounded, aren't you? Right now. Right before half time, man sent off, your best player sent off as well. They've had mass injuries at the back as well. Cam Pring, he's out injured as well from who's been one of the best players as well at left centre back. So yeah, this is a patched up Bristol City side. He's done a right job. I think he should have got manager of the season. For me, I think
I'm pretty happy with who got it. If I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Why did he get it? I don't think he should have got it. Like, I'm not even been like biased with that. I'm not like
I just think it's because of everything he's had to deal with. Like I've just seen what's he called? The lad that normally does the Betfred stuff that you did this week.
What? Who for?
What's he called? I can't remember his name. Young lad who normally does the Betfred stuff there's normally a guy. Gab, that's the one. Yeah. And he gave it Daniel Farker, and he said the reason why I've given it Farker because he lost a few of his best players and he's done well to get 100 points, which I respect. But at the same time, Scott Parker probably lost more players. We lost 16 players, and he's still got onto 100 points. So I can see an argument for it, but I'll be honest, I was surprised that Parker got it. I was surprised that Parker got it.
Yeah. I don't. In all fairness, I don't think any of them should have got it. I don't think it should have been Farker. I don't think it should have been Parker or Wilder, obviously.
I'd have given it Reggie Labrie up until recent form again. Yeah, I think you've got to remember they were 16th last year. And I know you just said then they've touched on and brought some good players in and stuff, but
I think it's Manning what he's had to deal with, isn't it? I think he's gone through a lot of personal issues, and he's also had just so many injuries for Bristol City, and managing to get him in the playoffs, I think it's just a massive achievement. I mean, the goal fair is massive, isn't it? It's massive.
Yeah.
But
according to a guy in the WhatsApp chat, if there's an attempt to play the ball, it's a yellow. If there's no attempt to play the ball, it's a red. For me, he gets his foot on the ball, so it's a yellow if it is a pen. I mean, he gets his foot on the ball after he drags him down.
Yeah, he's already dragged him down, hasn't he?
He's already dragged him down. And when he's dragging him down, there's no real attempt there.
Yeah,
so if it is something to do with that, then yeah.
Half time
on mine as well now.
Liam says, look at CJ against Sunderland, was outside the box, but pen got given. He only got a yellow because it was... Hold on, we'll move you up here, Joe, so we can get the comments in, because it's half-time now, isn't it? Look at CJ against Sunderland, was outside the box, but pen not given. He only got a yellow because it was in the box. If he gave free kick, it would have been a red.
But did he make a genuine attempt? I think the difference is there, sort of like the perception of genuine attempts for the football. But again, that's how the referee would see it. Does he think that he's made a genuine attempt to play the ball? Probably not when he's dragging him down. He's dragging him down to try and get around him. So again, it's probably another one of them grey areas where you can look at it and is that a genuine attempt or is he just dragging him down to be DICK or whatever?
I think they've been the better team. There's not been anything in it at all, really. It's been a terrible game, but I think they've been the better team. What is both your goal of the season? Oh, good question. For me, it's probably, I mean, obviously I'm from a Leeds perspective. Tanaka against Hull was an absolute worldie. Just wrapped his foot around it from about 30 yards out and hit the top corner. I think Brownhill's had a few of them, hasn't he? He's had a fair few of them wrapping.
Brownhill likes latching on late, doesn't he? That's how he does it. It's not really power. It's always like side-footed with Brownhill, bent in. Yeah. Favourite goal in terms of quality, similar sort of thing to yours. I think Zian Fleming at Norwich, a similar thing, short free kick.
I liked his one against. I liked his one against Blackburn.
See, that as a personal favourite, I'm going to go for the one against Blackburn for obvious reasons. It's against Blackburn. It's a good diving header, a great free kick, as somebody mentioned earlier in the comments. Free kick cross.
It's proper old school, isn't it? That diving.
Yeah, I love it. I love him. Like, obviously, he's just come in at the start of the season, and sometimes fans are a little bit unsure on him, but I love that side of him.
Yeah,
loves getting onto a header.
Yeah. Big girls really do cry. I know she's a Sunderland fan. How you feeling about tomorrow? Meander against Bristol. I really like Meander. I think Eliza Meander's class. I think he's a really good player. He's it's the thing with Sunderland. It's like I don't know what's gone on with him. Meander, Isidore. Isidore's not scored, Joe, since February.
Like, you know what's happened to Isidore, don't you? James Trafford has ruined him. That's what happened. He's not scored since then, and he left the pitch. He left the pitch in tears.
Wow,
and he's not scored since then.
I didn't know that. Yeah, he was completely rattled by that, wasn't he? I mean, he's missing 2 penalties in that game was huge, absolutely huge.
Like I said, he left the pitch in tears. So yeah, you could. It ruined him. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Terrified, to be honest. I'm not surprised. Fleming free kick versus Bristol, Fleming versus Norwich. Daniel says, I think Tanaka against Millwall or Nonto against Cov were the best Leeds ones. Oh, interesting, Daniel. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at scores on the draws everywhere else. How's every other game going? Okay, 1-0. And then what's happened? Let's have a look at some of the stats on here as well. Are they getting battered, Man United? Oh, no, they're just going to get through that, aren't they? But they'll
probably lose 2-0 on the night and get through. Probably.
Yeah. Or it'll be, mate, it'll be like 3-1, won't it? They'll just get they'll scabbily get through. And then we've got, do I care about, I mean, Tottenham as well. Jesus Christ. Terrible quality. 0-0.
Yeah, it's a plastic pitch that as well, in it, to be fair. So
I wonder who started from. Is Archie Gray starting? No, Gray's not starting in there. Strong team.
That is a strong team, to be fair.
Yeah. And then, what else have we got? Chelsea. I can't bother looking at Chelsea. But yeah, 1-0 up. Let's have a look. I actually agree with Joe. Isadore's confidence has been shot since. That is mad. I didn't know that. I literally didn't know he's not scored since then. That is crazy. I remember that. He started crying, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. So he, I mean, you would do, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
That would have been massive. I think Sunderland would have gone like either above us or even stretched their lead further above us. I think if that game, one of them penalties goes in, I could be sat here now watching Burnley, for example, with Sunderland in the top 2 or something like that. But I think that game wasn't great for Isidore, and that was one of their main focal points at that point. He was doing very, very, very well.
Mate, they had some moments against us. Like they had when they played us, it was for 77 minutes when they were 1-0 up. We literally they were in control. They were in complete control, and it was like, oh my god! And obviously we put the crosses in, and we started getting a bit of joy. And then we got the 2 goals. But they were. I think at Ellen Road. Oh yeah, I think he did. Logan. He scored against us. Joe. He scored that worldie against us. I think that was after that game.
Was it?
Yeah,
was
it? Yeah.
If he's not scored since February, then I think the Sunderland one, the Burnley Sunderland one, was in. Is it early March, late Feb? I can't remember.
I feel like Leeds Sunderland was after that. Leeds 2, Sunderland 1. I think it was definitely after that game. I'm sure it was 17th of Feb.
Oh yeah, fair enough then. Yeah, it was January, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, he scored since then. But I reckon that has been one of the things that ruined him.
Yeah.
So apologies for that.
No, he's I can't. Yeah, they're in control against us. Honestly, right, complete control, and then we just absolutely just took control in the last 12 to 15 minutes, and that's it.
You did that in quite a few games this season, though, didn't you? I feel like you did that against Blades as well.
They just fell apart. They just absolutely fell apart against us Sunderland in those last 15. They just couldn't handle it. They just died. But against you, I think they're probably the, no offense, because I know you've beaten us, but I don't think you were as good as Sunderland were against us. You were just solid, absolutely solid at Ellen Road. But yeah, I think they were the best team I've seen at Turf Moor as well from what I've watched.
Who's the best team I've seen at the Turf? Leeds did well, obviously couldn't break us down, but I think that's because we set up in a certain way. I thought Bogle was brilliant in that match.
Were there any chances? Wasn't there any chances?
No, there were no chances for either side. Like, I remember the second half, there was not even a shot, not a shot on target, a shot until like the 75th minute. It was awful.
It was dreadful. It's an awful game of football. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was really poor, wasn't it? Go on, Chef. You, the 3 best content created on YouTube back together next season, hopefully. Yeah, we're gonna have to think about what we're doing, aren't we?
We'll definitely do something, even if Blades stay down. It just might make Jimmy a bit miserable.
The only thing is, someone said this to me. You know, they went, "If you do the battle lines, isn't it quite depressing that he's just like in and around the bottom?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but it's realistic, innit? Like, if Chef you come up with us, which I think they will, like." We are all, it's literally just going to be battling at the bottom, innit? That might be a new name for the show, Battle at the Bottom. But
yeah, well, I've said to you before, haven't I? Jimmy's not the most consistent when Blade's on. I mean, it'll be different now he's full time. But when Jimmy got in touch with me, I started doing content with Jimmy before Connor. And he got in touch with me when we were both at the bottom of the Premier League last season, and with a Luton fan and a Bournemouth fan. And he created something called Survival Rivals. And we did one show. It was good. I enjoyed it, and I was like, "This Jimmy guy's all right. He's not bad." But then he never did it again, and the Luton fan kept messaging him, sort of like saying, "Are we doing another one of these or what?" And he just kept ignoring it. It was so funny.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, he gets the numbers down, doesn't he? 'Cause he's got all the 1 leads over there. So
yeah.
Without Mundle, I think you'll put Lafay on the left again. Yeah, you could. Oh, is Mundle out? So yeah, you don't. I cannot believe it's like. I mean, Hamer, to be fair, has produced quite a bit. I think I had a look at Enzo. We'll be able to have a look at it here on here. I need to look at his stats, but
yeah, I always bring in like flash score and use it that way.
Oh mate, don't you worry. I've got you sorted here, pal. Don't worry. Let's have a look. This season. This is his stats this season. Just get rid of that. And then we will do this. These are his stats this season.
Look at that.
Beautiful. But is it not? Can you only see nil there? I don't know why.
Yeah.
Can you? I don't,
0 goals, 0 assists, 0 appearances.
Well, I don't know why it's not showing it. So basically, he's got. I'll try it again. Actually, we'll go on select competition. Okay. Can you see that?
No, it's giving me a French flag now that I didn't notice earlier.
That's good. That's good. It's progress.
It might.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. So Lafay's got 1 goal, 1 assist, 15 appearances. It's an ultimate flop, really, for what they thought they were getting, isn't it?
Yeah, but he has been injured. I will caveat that with that. But
Yeah.
15 appearances is a lot more than I thought it would be, to be fair. I mean, who's done better? Edwards or Lafay? I think it's obvious it's Edwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Since he's come in.
Definitely. Yeah. Edwards has flown, hasn't he? He's been such an important signing for you, Edwards. Do you reckon you'll get him next season?
Yeah, it's an obligation. So if we get promoted, he's ours, and obviously we got promoted. So
actually, that can't be right. Has he scored 1 goal?
He has, but I think 1 was in the FA Cup as well. So I presume it's not counting it on that.
Has he got 1 assist?
I don't know.
It's not even that good, is it?
No, but the difference with it, I mean, again, obviously the Sunderland fan in the chat, big girls, will be able to sort of like give me her thoughts on this. But with Edwards, it's not necessarily about his output. It's about him being further up the pitch and allowing us to have that outlet further up the pitch, because we were so negative without him. We had so many players. Is that the second brew you've been brought? Absolutely living the life of luxury. I've been shut off from the rest of the house. But he offered us that difference, that he kept us further up the pitch. And then also, teams were focused on him, so they double up on him a lot, which should let Anthony get into the game, which is why Anthony has had a really good second half of the season. Plus, Anthony was out on his left rather than being on the right, which is where he was before that. So his output necessarily hasn't been the best. And even a few Burnley fans recently have been questioning him, actually, which I find is absolutely insane, including Andrew, the weatherman, on Turfcast. He's been very, very good. And without that signing, I don't think we are in the Premier League at this stage, because he's given us a different dimension.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I think when you signed him, I said that he's going to give you so much variation in attack. It's a proper signing. It's a proper good signing, that. Look at Edwards' FB ref numbers, Connor. Mate, that's not good for the stream. But yeah, no, I understand that it's more than just goals and assists. I completely understand that. I think he's been a dynamic changer, on it, 100%. Just United. Hey, Ricky says, thoughts on the game so far? I'll be honest.
I need to message you back, Ricky. Sorry, I will do that.
Yeah, I need to do it as well, Ricky. I think you messaged everyone, haven't you? I need to as well, pal. Yeah, what do we think? It's been a terrible game, mate. But yeah, I think you've got the edge on the quality, obviously. But it's game over now, isn't it? It's game over. It's tie over. I think we've said that. It's tie over now. So yeah, I just need to rest up, I guess. Rest up for the old playoff final, whatever that's going to be.
Against Coventry, probably.
Yeah,
that'll be a game. That'll be a game. I do worry that for Blades against that. If Blades play like they did up until that red card against Coventry or Sunderland, I think they'd be in trouble.
Yeah, Ricky said, mate, we've been pants. I think as well, like it's just they're playing. Obviously, that we were just saying that McCrory on the left is playing very, very high upfield.
Yeah,
as a wing back, and Sheffield United just getting so much joy on that side, and Hamer's just blitzing that ball on that right hand side every single time.
Like Ricky's saying they've been pants, but they've been the better side. There's been no drama of them losing this match at any point, other than the long range effort off the crossbar. But if you're an
that needed to go in, did it? That needed to go in.
If you're an ex-Gina, that doesn't really look like that doesn't really say that they're playing better than you. I feel like Blades have been the better side, if they're playing against a better team than a team in 6 and 22 points behind them, then they might be losing this match already.
Yeah. No, I agree with what Ricky's saying as well. It's not a interesting. This is what Justin Peach is saying. This might interest you, actually.
I like Justin.
Yeah. So he says, I hate calling refs out, but Ollie Langford really needs to get out of big games. Another game, another red card mistake.
See,
if a penalty, it's a yellow card, not a red. Penalty is debatable.
The guy underneath that, who has some of the worst football takes on Twitter, the Watford fan, I agree with him there. I think I just don't. I know again, people have said if you make an attempt to the ball, it's a double jeopardy rule. Again, we need to get the rule up for the exact ins and outs because they change it all the time. So I don't know what the exact rule is, but I don't feel like he's making a genuine attempt to win that ball when he's dragging that player down.
I think he said he just for everything I've known when it's come to football ever, that is a red card ever.
Yeah, last man dragged down.
Yeah.
Genuine attempt. How is that a genuine? If he's just dragging the player down to make the attempt, does that make it a genuine attempt?
Well, Viz is just
go on, Vizza. Go on, Vizza.
Were you watching
up the Viz?
Blatant red. Yeah, let's have a look at it again.
It's such a red card. I don't understand the difference. See, Vizzy knows ball. He knows what he's talking about. As our Liam.
Yeah, it's definite red for me. Yeah, for everything I've ever known about a red card. Jason says it's a clear red. Feels like it, doesn't it?
Spot on, darling.
Right. Second half. Oh, well, let's hope for a bit of a... I mean, that was a dreadful first half, wasn't it? I've got a feeling the Cov game will be a lot better.
Yeah, I'm hoping to watch it. If I can't do a stream, I'll just sit here watching it. But again, my perfectly legal streaming device has been a little bit hard work recently. I think I need to buy a new one.
Compromised. Right, Bristol City set the kick anyway. Big half for them. What on earth do you say? Armstrong's come on, centre forward.
Yeah, what do you say as a manager at that point? Like, unlucky lads, as always next year. Like, you can't.
Be some comeback this, wouldn't it? Be some.
It really would.
I think Roberts has come on as well. I think there's been a couple of subs. And we're off.
Might be a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, yeah. How's that happened?
I have refreshed a couple of times because it keeps crashing.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm on the same bit as you now. I think.
Just hitting 45-30.
Yeah, I'm on 45-50.
Oh, bloody hell. How's that happened?
Let's give it a refresh. Right, we'll give the old manual a...
oh, yeah, there you go.
You on it as well, yeah. 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 6. Literally spot on. That's what you need. Spot on.
Just needs a quick refresh, basically. Lee's going to tell us in the chat anyway. He's about 900 seconds ahead.
Yeah. And then
Oh. Have you guys got that? Is he just gone? Oh, there, I don't know if he's back. I think he's back. There we go. What happened then?
Refresh StreamYard instead.
Amateur hour. Oh god. 40,000 tickets sold at the stadium. I agree, but things can be toxic if we do terrible. Yeah, it's very.
That's the problem with big crowds, and I feel like it's the same at Ellen Road as well. When things aren't going right,
Yeah, same thing.
It can get on top of you really, really quickly.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Exact same thing at Ellen Road. Yeah, it was like that when we played Derby in the semi-finals of the playoffs, and they scored. We had a man sent off, to be fair, and it just changed everything.
Is that when that picture of Bielsa came out of him slumped, sat down?
No, that was QPR away, and we lost that again. We've just got an awful record at QPR. My God, I know you just go down there and pump them every time. We've got an awful record down there. I know it sounds daft. I know it sounds daft, but they do all like it's always like you go on the. Always feels like when we play QPR, it's like a night game or it's like a big game. And it's always, you always get, Loftus Road, first time we've sold out this year. Well done for all your amazing support. And it's like, here we go. For some reason, we just don't rise to the occasion. I mean, we were playing them early on. They're not 1-7. And for the first 30 minutes, we were awful. And they went 2-0 up inside about 30 minutes. It's like, what is going on?
I like Loftus Road. I love grounds like that are just sort of like tucked away between terraced houses. Looks a little bit awful from outside, and to be fair, it's not great inside, but it's character. You know what I mean? That's how an English football ground should be. None of these soulless bowls.
Soulless bowls. Hamer over the bar.
That's what I like about the fact that Anfield have redeveloped and Liverpool have redeveloped Anfield rather than just doing what Everton. Goodison is such a good ground. I'm gutted we're going to lose it. It's such a historic, good football ground is Goodison, and that's what I like about.
It's just another stadium with wooden seats that you don't want to lose.
I love grounds like that. Like genuinely, it's tucked away in the terraces of Liverpool. It's great, and that's what I like about Ellen Road as well. The fact that you're redeveloping it rather than moving away from it. You should keep these places, not get rid of them. I've just had the most irrelevant text ever. In that WhatsApp group I keep telling you about. Dicky will miss the Wembley game if they get through. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Because they're not going to get through.
Yeah, literally means nothing. Ball played forward anyway. Anel out of play. What are your thoughts on Anel? I think Jimmy overhypes him a bit, I'll be honest.
No, I think he's good. He's not.
He's all right.
Esteve level. I won't say he's CJ level, Rodon level, but he's decent. He's all right.
He's all right.
Who were the one that they lost? Souza, not Souza. Who looked Souček?
It's Suter.
Yeah, that's it. Souček. Fucking good. I've seen a comment earlier.
Imagine.
Yeah. He were better, I think.
Yeah, Suter was decent.
But it's hard to say he's not Steve levels because I know the Leeds fans will disagree, but I think he's the best defender in the Championship. So it's hard comparing him to the likes of him and Rodon and Pascal because they are the best defenders. But I think he's okay.
I think Rodon's been unbelievable, mate. He's made such a step up. Because people forget that, Spurs bought him as like a potential starter back in the day. Yeah. So he's like, he's only 25, 26 as well. But yeah, he's some player, Rodon. He's got so much better. He's always available as well. That's the problem with Strauch. I think we're going to try and make some improvements on him, to be honest. I've got a bit of a feeling.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree with Lee's comment there. Everton's new stadium does look good. However,
it's like Schalke's. It's like Schalke's.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but it's not a soulless bowl. To be fair, I think that's obviously the point you're getting at when you look at the likes of the Reebok, Huddersfield, whatever. They all look very similar.
Looks German, doesn't it? I think Goodison looks really German.
Yeah,
they're really.
I'm looking forward to going next season. Like I felt, I think when we started getting better, and then we went into second, and we started pulling away from Blades when Blades had that mad week. I caught myself thinking, get in. I can get to go to Everton's new stadium next year. And then I'm like, hold on, it's not done yet. But obviously now it's done. I can sit here and say I'm buzzing. Like as much as I'm gutted to lose Goodison, I never saw Burnley win there, by the way. We won there twice and I missed it both times.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to going.
Have you been to Spurs?
Yes, I've been to Spurs. We were relegated there last year, which was fun. But obviously, I didn't go to that match. Actually, I went for the Football Content Awards for Spurs. But I have been. But yeah, it's lovely. Really, really nice.
It's nice. Really nice. This is just a stroll around for Sheffield at the minute. They've
they'll just keep the ball, won't they?
It's the quality in it. It's massive. I mean, you do look at the player's been out as well for Bristol City, but it's not right. I mean, I'll be honest, I've not been impressed with Sheffield United at all, Joe. I'll be honest, like just even passing wise, they don't look crisp at all. You can tell they've they've not been probably on the song since that week off where they lost 3 in about 8 days, but they've got through it. So this will be the 3rd win on the bounce.
Yeah, but this is what they were like before that, weren't they? They weren't playing great and they were winning games because something would happen, normally a lucky break, and they get through. That break wasn't lucky, to be fair. It was a good bit of play until he was brought down, in my opinion. But again, something massive has happened in the game that's in their favour. They can't. I just can't keep relying on that. And a big pitch at Wembley, more space for the opposition players to exploit. I think they might struggle at Wembley.
Yeah, me too. O'Leary, Chef
still
pressing
think they
high.
get through though.
Oh, earthy, just awful touch. I know he's got away with that, but he has done. Do you know what it is? It's just they're struggling to just even pass 5 yards under a bit of pressure. That's the problem, and they need to start playing genuinely long balls. If you've got Armstrong up top as well, just need to get Bird in and around him. I think he's still on the pitch, but Max Bird, Jason Knight in and around him. He's got to play off the big man at the minute because they're trying to pass through Sheffield United. It's just not working. They ain't got the quality.
Yeah. Everything they've tried hasn't really worked, has it? But they're not trying anything different. It's what's the definition of insanity? Trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to try something different.
It's mad that they've had our blaster out all season as well.
Yeah, true. Forgot about him. Yeah, Liam says Spurs away is class. Still baffles my mind how the pints fill up from the bottom and it doesn't spill out. I don't know if it's legit. Knowing me, I'm probably going to end up looking silly here. But if you actually get the cup and press it, it'll all fall out. I've never done it, so I might be wrong. Why would I waste a perfectly good pint? So I might be wrong.
Oh, dear me. that video we saw yesterday in the group chat, I'm just seeing it go around.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. That
eliminate all 4 club from the playoffs with immediate effect.
To be fair, it's only one person's fault.
We're gonna have to,
there's 2 people in there, and I won't mention. Oh, man, show it. Nick, he looks so awkward. Nick and Ben. Oh, I didn't watch all of it. I didn't see this bit. Look how awkward they all look.
Oh my God, it's awful.
I'm cringing. I'm not even involved. I feel sorry for Nick and Ben. I don't know the Sunderland lad's name, and I feel sorry for him as well. But it made me laugh when I because that Ben is in the championship chat that I'm in, and
who's
watching it.
The ginger lad?
The Bristol City fan. No, the Bristol City fan.
Oh, right.
And Nick and him have got obviously Nick's a Sheffield United fan for those that don't know. They've got their hands in the pockets doing it, and I'm laughing. I'm like, how awkward is that? You're there with your hands in your pockets going, or whatever he's saying. It's so funny. Honestly, I wish I've got nothing. I love Nick to bits. I've got nothing against him at all, but I wish they'd have invited Jimmy, and Jimmy would have had to do that. Could you imagine Jimmy? He'd have been like, "No way, Michael Cooper, am I doing that?"
No Cooper in way. No, that basically was we did something with Green King not long ago, and they did a playoff special, I think, yesterday. And I was quite surprised. I was surprised Jim wasn't there because he was there before. Maybe they just didn't like him because he was too gobby, which is fair enough. Nick's probably
there's a very good chance, mate, after the stuff we were saying when we were there. But the Sunderland fan were different. Obviously, they didn't use Bristol City fan last time. I just think they used all different creators, to be fair.
Yeah. Unreal. So, there you go. So, I think they clearly did a TikTok afterwards.
Well, that's the Coventry guy. He's big on TikTok, and the Coventry fans don't like him. Nobody particularly. I mean, I've got nothing against him. He might be a great lad.
It's got to be it's Matt SB, innit? He's the Cov fan. He's the army.
Yeah. He's your mate, innit? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't.
See, that's what I did. I got to that bit and I cringed and turned it off. Well, I didn't. I just sent it you two. I didn't see that last bit at the end, but the bit where they got their hands in the pockets, Ben and Nick, it's hilarious. You could see the thinking, swallow me up now. What am I doing?
What am I doing? Yeah, I was reading some of the comments. What have I just watched?
You know that gif where that character out of SpongeBob's like got smoke coming out of his eyes. He's on my eyes. That's how I felt.
Is it me or is Sheffield United worse against 10 men? It can sometimes be the thing, can't it? 10 men. Yeah. They can just, I guess when they're 1-0 up, they don't have to force anything, do they?
They might as well just get to Bramall Lane now with a 1-0 lead. But you could wait till Bristol City tire and then in the last 10-15 minutes really try and put them to the sword.
Yeah, definitely. I do think there's a goal in this for Bristol City. I do think there's a goal in it, but
I don't know, mate. I've not seen anything from Bristol City that would suggest that they get a goal.
That was the bar, wasn't it? At the bar, but that was it. There's been nothing else. Yeah, player ratings on there as well. They are saying that Bristol City effectively, it's not looking good.
I presume that data's pulled in from somewhere like who scored or flash score or something.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Ball in from Bristol City to nobody.
That sums it right up. You tried to force some excitement. It lasted for about 3 seconds.
Here we go. Harrison Burrows brought down. They're making Harrison Burrows look like Marcelo here. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, though. I love that Blade shirt.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice.
I like your away shirt, that yellow one.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice, that Blades one, to be fair. I'm not a massive fan. I don't even know the sponsor is. Who is Maneki? Have you ever heard of him?
It's a crypto, I think.
Ooh, dodgy ground.
Yeah, well, we've got a betting company that nobody's ever heard of before and has got like dodgy, sort of like, is it? Hold on. Yeah, Maneki is a cryptocurrency built on the Solana blockchain. For those of you that are into that sort of thing.
No idea what that means. What's your away shirt? Burnley. Away shirt.
Brain fart. It's the white one. No, that's the third. The black one's the away shirt.
Yeah, black
one's the away shirt.
What, 96?
96. Yeah, the betting sponsor. Sorry, yeah, I thought you meant 1996. Yeah, it's just like a random betting company that's got like.
You've always had betting ones. You had Love Bet, didn't you? Do you have Love Bet?
Yeah, we've had Love Bet. We've had Spread X, Dapper Bet. Quite funny actually, because our chairman's a Mormon these days.
All right. Yeah.
And when he came in, he made a rod for his own back, to be fair. But when he came in, a few people like, "Oh, I hate having betting companies as a sponsor and stuff like that. Can we make sure we change it?"
Yeah.
And he come out and he's like, "Yes, we will change it as soon as possible." Since then, we've had like 2 more betting sponsors. He's made a rod for his own back.
Yeah, I love this one for Leeds. It's not it's just like a concept shirt, but you can buy it. But it's nice, that, isn't it? You can just,
I like that.
You can just go and buy it, but it's
I do like that.
Yeah, it's just not got. I like it when it's just got no sponsor on the front. That's always nice.
So who's made that? Adidas.
It's just the club, yeah. The Adidas have just, and there was about 5,000 of them on sale, and they all went really quickly. But you can get like.
Did you get one?
Nah, you can get fake ones from everywhere though. But it's nice.
That's nice. That
Adidas originals are decent, I think. Thing is, the best sponsors are like Puma and stuff, aren't they? Puma and I think they're like the best. It's like Italia 90 stuff. City Pack, just wide.
Have Blades got the full end behind the goal then, or what? Have they only given them a bit of it?
It's either that or Bristol City. We're chanting for them then.
Yeah, well, normally you get the full end at Bristol City, but in big games they do segregate it. Oh yeah, there's a bit of segregation there, so they've got a very tiny bit of it. But that won't be Blades' fault. That was Bristol City just sort of like not giving them the full end because they didn't give Preston the full end. Tottenham have scored, by the way.
Oh, get in there. You seen the new Leeds away shirt for next season, the dark blue with blue lines on it. No doubt, Corner Profit. Do you know what, mate? I've not seen it, or I might have done today, but I can't remember it.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Who makes your kits these days? Is it Adidas then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good brand to have that. We've got Castor, who get a lot of stick. I think the designs are good, just the quality is not great.
Yeah, Adidas are all right, but the only thing is with them is like I feel like they do the same design for everyone.
They've got a few templates, haven't they? Do you remember that year in MLS? They might still do it in MLS. I've stopped watching it, whereas every club had the same kit.
Yeah. We had the ones under Chelino, that batshit lad, where it was like no advertising on the shirts. It was just a plain white shirt. It was well nice, to be fair. So much nicer without the adverts.
You know, do you ever know? Do you know who Joe Rawson is? Some Leeds fans will know who knows.
Yeah. Back in the day, is he still about, Joe Rawson?
Yeah. He was my colleague when I worked at that radio station, because I worked at that Ken Bates radio station. And Chelino used to ring the radio station up and be like, "Can I speak to Joe, please?" And obviously the other Joe. And he'd be like, yeah. And he'd just be like, "Right, come into my office. I've got some stuff to tell you." So they'd just drip him loads of information. And then Joe would sometimes text him saying like, "Oh, is this true?" He'd be like, "Yes, it's true. You can tweet it." And he'd just send him stuff that he could tweet. And that's why Rawson ended up getting out of nowhere just sort of like thousands and thousands of followers, because Leeds fans were like, "This guy's legit." But then other people used to accuse him of copying Phil Hay. So then we used to give him banter for that all the time. But then he had a reputation then. So when he wasn't getting information anymore, he did used to sort of like not steal Phil's tweets, but kind of like go off what the other journalists were saying. Like, obviously you've got, is it Adam Pope as well? You've got Pope. And then Berron came along. Berron, I like Berron. He's a good lad. He follows me on Twitter on my personal account. I still like Berron. But yeah, Rawson just came out of nowhere because Chelini kept giving him information and stuff. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I worked with Berron for a couple of years. Yeah, he's a good lad. Newcastle fan, isn't he?
Is it? I used to go to Thorpe Arch and sort of like sit and just chat sitting next to Berron. He's a good lad. I don't know if you were working there at the time, to be fair. You might have been, but obviously I never came across you at any point.
Oh, yeah. What was I doing there?
Well, I kept growing and then shrinking again, so I don't know if you were messing with me.
Oh, could you see that?
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can get a border. Fit or fill.
So what do you use then? Do you use, is it OBS?
Yeah, OBS.
I see, I don't devote like that, mate. I'd literally just go on StreamYard and like, right, stream.
Mate, it's mad. It is hard. It is hard. Doing the old... Yeah, it's like every single system now. So I've got about 4 systems on it. So that's why I went down to the Premiere Inn the other day, and I had like the stream on, the overlay system, which I have to constantly update throughout the stream. Then you have to go through OBS with this overlay thing. And then obviously to actually go on live, you have to have StreamYard. So it's like 3. So I've had to get a, I don't think you'll be able to look at this. I've had to get like a Mini Mac 4, which is just a desktop, but it's like, like the top end desktop at the minute. But that's the only thing that'll deal with all the power at the minute. Like I said, I went to Premiere Inn, it just died. It was like, nah, we're not having any of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got one of them new MacBooks about a year ago. But I've never really tried OBS. I just use StreamYard. Should probably try and do it a bit better.
It's decent, to be fair. They must have earned an absolute bomb, mustn't they, through COVID and all that.
Yeah. How do you say... Yeah, no, I wasn't going to ask you that, actually. Big girls. Did you just say... How did I say it? Adidas. I've always said Adidas.
You didn't then. You said it the American way. You said Adidas.
Did I say Adidas? I might say Adidas then. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I said.
I had a mate who did it as well back in the day. I had a mate who was just like Adidas. I was like, what? But then Manx are weird. Manx call trousers, like my missus does it. She calls trousers pants.
I call them pants.
Do you?
I call them pants.
No, pants.
Anything I wear at my bottom half are just pants.
Nah, pants are...
If I'm wearing a suit and I need my pants for my suit, I'll say, wearing my suit pants. I don't say trousers.
What do you use, like underpants then for boxers and that?
Boxers, I just say boxers, yeah. And I'll probably individually call them then. But yeah, I don't think I've ever said trousers in my life. It's always pants.
Nah, so yeah, I've always said like it'd be trousers or it'd be like jeans, and then I'd say pants for like boxers and that.
No, yeah, but I would say boxers for that.
It's like Scousers say Nike.
They say Nike, don't they, Scousers? I've got my Nikes on. Your Nikes. Oh, I love them Nikes, lad. The boss. No, that's what they'll say. I say Nike.
Yeah, I say Nike as well.
This must be a good game, this. Yeah, must be a great game.
This is where you can tell how bad the game is. It's not really a watch-along, is it? I say him a lost weight, definitely not.
He's been on that Ozempic. He's been injecting himself.
one of the best parts of getting promoted is not have to listen to that cock womble Gordman again.
The best thing about getting promoted is to not having to deal with the second tier podcast anymore. But you know for a fact they will still tweet stuff.
Oh, Joe is rattled if you don't know by the second tier all the time.
Like Ryan. I just don't get why he has to do things the way he does them. He's got a good brand there, and he just look at the top 20 lads. They've also got a good brand, but they're not massive bellends at the same time. It can be done without constantly trying to rile people up on Twitter.
Yeah, they do go for it, don't they? They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they love it. And it's not just Burnley, to be fair. They do it with everybody. Like, they were singing Leeds are falling apart again and stuff like that, weren't they? And obviously it would get into you and stuff. And you just don't get it. Tottenham 2-0, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, it's not. It's just a bit like you've said. They just proper hop on it. It's like they just proper hop on it, and I'm a little bit like. And I know it's like they're not. I know they're not top 20 podcast lads. Are just. I think they're brilliant. George and Ali, I think they're excellent. And I understand like some people are like. There'll be some times where I go a little bit overboard and stuff like that. But I genuinely try to be a bit balanced. Well, I do try to be balanced and measured with what I say. It's normally just when Leeds are playing that I get a bit irate, but. I don't know. And you recorded saying everything, aren't you? But with delivery and stuff, I always try and make it measured. But I think going on socials and YouTube and stuff and trying your best to just rile people up, it's just a mad tactic. It's always. But do you know what you've got to do with that? You've got to disassociate. If you can disassociate from it, fair enough. But I couldn't deal with looking at my responses and just getting used all the time, which they do. I look at the responses from second tier, and it might get 500 likes, but the abuse that they take in the chat, and they sort of enjoy doing it. I'm like, that's mad.
He's a better man than me. I'll tell you that much. He's built obviously a very good brand, which I've not struggled to get. I've struggled to get anywhere near. It helps, obviously. Man United 1-1, by the way. But yeah, I don't know how we deal. I sometimes go on my comments, right, and I'll have like 50 nice comments and one bad one, and that's it. I'm done for a week. I'm like, I can't believe it. Someone don't like me. So I don't know how Ryan does it, to be fair.
The same with everything in it. You always focus on the negative one.
Spurs' goal, by the way, so lucky. Cross goes past everybody, hits the post, goes in.
Yeah, a lot of people are not a fan of Ryan, I don't think, on here. Daniel says those second tier pod lads always seem to be completely off the mark. I think, in all fairness, I think Justin's
great.
Justin's not bad. Yeah, I think Justin's pretty on the money with it, and he's a Derby fan as well. So I always think when he's talking about Leeds, he's going to say something. But it's like the what's his name, Ryan. He wears every kit under the sun, but Leeds is, like every championship.
Or Burnley's. I've never seen him wear a Burnley kit, but I've seen him wear a Blackburn kit.
No. But I think he's a thingamabob, and he's a
Derby fan as well, isn't he? Yeah,
both Derby fans. I didn't, but yeah, he when I think it's also, when you're hurting, Joe, you're hurting, and like we were, and I get you stick the knife in, but it's like a neutral pod called The Second Tier, and you're like, we'll play that old tune again. Leeds are falling apart again. They're wetting themselves. I'm like, that is just awful. Like, I get it if you were like Derby fan TV, that's fine, but
yeah. Cheers, research, for sticking me under the boat. I did actually have Ryan on Turfcast, and I interviewed him the last time we were in the Championship.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know what it is this year. It must be a Scott Parker thing, because he's been awful for Burnley this year.
You don't like?
I don't get it. Like, he gets so narrow-minded on the fact that I hate this man. I refuse to give him any credit. But it was the exact same, but the opposite way with Vincent Kompany last time. So
yeah.
Not Steve. Research is spot on, but yeah.
I've never had an interaction with him, to be fair. I know I've done the Betfred stuff. He's been on there, but I think Justin's been on there before.
I think Justin goes on there more now, doesn't he? But
yeah. I've never come across him. Is that Derby are back in the champ? What do you mean, Aaron? What do you mean? So if this
maybe that's why he's a bellend now, he thinks. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just like to say I don't think he's a bellend. I've had no interaction with him, but I know you have, mate. So if this finishes 1-0 to Sheffield, will Bristol City still believe they have a shot in the second leg? No, I don't think so. I'd be surprised. Maybe they will. Big Girls Really Do Cry says, what annoys me is when football content creators don't say anything bad about the team they support, even when they're terrible. Yeah. You don't have that problem with me. Glenn, we've got a Cov fan.
Up the Glenn.
up the Glen, up the Sky Blue hub. A Sheffield United missing a chance to kill the title. Potentially, Glenn, that is a good point, really, because you do forget there is a second leg. I think it's over now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because Dickie's massive for them as well. He's a huge player for them.
Dickie's massive.
Dickie's massive, yeah. So I said the other week when I was talking about Willie Nyonto, I just went, Willie's massive for us. Massive for us. But it does, yeah, I mean, imagine if Bristol City somehow got back into it at Bramall Lane. That's probably why I'm stressing right now. Yeah.
But I agree with Glenn. I do feel like they're missing a chance. But what I said earlier, didn't I, when the second half had just started, they'll probably just pass it around for a bit, tire Bristol City out, and then try and kill the game off within the last 15, 20 minutes. We're at that stage now. I feel like they'll have to start, really start turning the screw now. If they score it's probably game over now, like you said. But if they score a second, and especially a third, you can stick the kids out in the playoffs in the second leg. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. A little overlap here. Harrison Burrows into the box.
Oh, it's got to be
2-0.
There you go.
Game over.
Tie over.
Game. It's not Raksak, it's Andre Brooks as well. It's been all right for him, hasn't he, Andre Brooks?
Yeah, he's been all right. I do like Raksaki, but yeah, he's been decent. And that were a decent finish as well. He peeled off his defender nicely there.
Yeah, he's Brooks, isn't it? Yeah, good finish. Good fit. Poor from the keeper, but Vinny Souza, I don't know why he's calming down the crowd. Bit weird. Ball played out wide. Hamer, little ball right. Harrison Burrows again. Whips it in. It's terrible defending.
Yeah, that's awful defending that. Yeah, that's poor defending. I thought he peeled off his defender. I don't think he does.
No, he just
stands still and the defender moves, doesn't he?
Oh, it's terrible. It's all ends up awful. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm looking at the keeper as well. That's poor. It's poor.
Yeah, he probably should do better.
Yeah.
But it's close range. He's hit it hard. I feel like the defender's more at fault there. Just stand your ground. He's ball watching and he's gone towards the ball. He's probably expecting him to move towards the ball, but he hasn't done. So he's just left him there on his own.
Matt says, "What was Vinny Souza doing during the celebration?" Yeah, and I just looked.
I didn't see that. I didn't know.
He tried to do a cartwheel and just fell over. But that, I think, when people were saying "Well, we're just talking about that then, won't we? About him taking it to Bramall Lane. That's over now."
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder how many times.
I mean, it would be tasty if Bristol City got an early goal, but it's no. Bramall Lane will be rocking. They'll be buzzing. They'll all be getting ready for Wembley. If I were a Blades fan, I'd be booking my hotel now.
Yeah.
Making sure I get. I literally, as I said that, Lee said that in the comments.
Yeah.
100%. Book your hotel. In fact, is Jimmy actually doing it? He probably is as well.
Yeah, he probably is.
You don't look very happy to say that we did 2-0. Oh, hold on. It still says 0-0 in corner. So I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
Because every time I come off the tab, it freezes it. Yeah, they look a bit happy now.
Greasy chip butty everywhere. Ball in.
Mate, I don't know what it's called. Is it? It's not Mountain. Yeah, it's Mountain. He's even got big lights on. Oh, hello. Oh,
lucky. Well, he's got to score, though, hasn't he? He's got to score, Joe. I know it sounds daft. I know it's a tough opportunity, but either side of Cooper, that's probably in. Checks back.
He's just smacked it, hasn't he?
It's poor. It's straight at the keeper. Any side, it's got good pace on it, that as well. It's probably in.
It probably is as well, because look at how poorly Cooper picked that up.
Yeah. Tom says, I saw your keep bench sell stuff, Connor, on Leeds' plan for the Premiership. It looks like Firpo might be tempted by a new tasty contract. And then now Solomon has expressed a desire to sign with us. Yeah, one of those I'm all right with. I would not be, I have to say, Tom, Firpo, not for me. Not in the Premier League. It's just a ruthless take, but yeah, I am a little bit like that when it comes to Leeds. I'm not just taking them all up to the Premier League. I'll be honest. I think Firpo just gets caught out continuously in the Premier League. He's been murdered in the Prem as well before. I'd just be a little bit worried about having him up there, to be honest.
I like Firpo. He's probably my favourite of your fullbacks. I think you prefer Bogle, don't you?
Yeah, Bogle's better than him. But the thing is, they're both defensively. They're wingers, mate. They're wingers at this level. But Premier League, I'd be worried.
Yeah,
I would be worried.
That's fair enough. It's same with any position, though. It's not just wingers, in it. Man United are winning 2-1. That's a good final, that though.
It is, yeah.
That's a good final, that.
Kind of what you want, isn't it? Burrows had a good game, hasn't he? He's played well.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
Don't tell Jimmy I said that.
Chowdhury,
There we go.
ball in. Kiefer Moore, wide. Sheffield Wednesday boss, Danny Roll. I'm excited about Leeds. In my opinion, have been the best team this season. They have an incredible fan base. How to rattle Sheffield Wednesday fans, 101.
That's bizarre, isn't it? Why has he said that?
Yeah, what a weird thing to say. What a weird thing to say that is.
Because no one will have asked him that question now. There's no interviews, there's no press conferences.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is really weird.
Oh, I do remember that comment from Big Girls that when Bolo Zenden tried to copy Gian's goal celebration, and I remember that. So I was watching it with a Chelsea fan, and it were against Chelsea, if I remember rightly, at Stamford Bridge, weren't it? And we were just laughing our heads off. Even Chelsea fan were laughing his head off because even though they just got scored against.
Oh mate, Bolo Zenden, what a player!
Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget.
Do you know what I absolutely loved about that Inter game? It just brings you back, doesn't it? And even the game last night was a game.
Yeah.
I didn't
watch last night as much, but that Barca Inter game, man, that's how football should be played.
Unbelievable. 2 minutes left. Barca 3-2 up. Best player in the world scoring the third.
I like Barca as well, so I were pretty gutted, but at the same time, I could just appreciate how good of a game it was.
I think more English people are a Barca base than Madrid, I think.
You reckon? Growing up round here, I was always a Barca kid, and the majority of my mates were Real Madrid.
Really?
Yeah. And I was actually talking to somebody tonight at my little lad's football training, and he said the same thing, is that I was more of a Real Madrid
kid. Are they still, though? Are they still?
I think so. Like, as an adult, you don't really walk around wearing the shirts as much anymore, do you? But
Madrid are just spoiled brats, aren't they? It feels like
I can't stand them. I completely agree. Can't stand them.
Yeah.
But that the way they acted when Vinicius didn't win the Ballon d'Or was just an absolute disgrace. It was a disgrace.
Mate, yeah, we're not playing.
Yeah, it was pathetic. Like, grow up.
Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? Really bad. Hey, we're on the corner anyway. Nearly on 80. Whips it in. Keeper comes, stays, headed, 3-0. Absolute scab. Scabby goal, 3-0, game over. Callum O'Hare.
Has he just come on as well?
Yeah. Minging goal.
Not been long, has he?
Minging goal, but 3-0.
What were Glenn saying earlier? Sheffield United missed the chance to kill the tie off. Well, there you go, Glenn. And can I point out, I know football. What did I say they should do? Pass it around, tie them out, then go for the kill later in the game, and that's exactly what they've done.
I think someone in the chat as well said 3-0, like on flares going off and everything. Yeah, I think someone in the chat said 3-0 at half time. What's Vinny Souza doing? What's he doing?
Is he moaning about the flare?
He did it before. He keeps saying to him, think. I don't know why he's doing that. Like, mate, they've just scored a third goal in a playoff semi. No one's going to get banned.
It is a scabby goal, that, isn't it? It goes off his heel.
They can't defend.
It's a good header back across.
Oh, it's off his heel. Yeah, it's off his heel. It's Souza, isn't it? On a Tom Davis wins it. Souza goes for it, misses it, and it's did he mean to do that?
No, you know.
Maybe if he's meant to do that, it's a right finish. To be fair, it's a right finish. If he just flicked that in, it's a nice finish, to be fair. But yeah, he's got his weird Cockney accent, Annie O'Hare, and he's from Coventry.
I hate his voice. He thinks he's like a roadman from Hackney, doesn't he? It's horrendous.
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird.
Bristol City fan just put in that championship chat. I'll see you all next season then.
They probably knew, didn't they? They probably knew.
Yeah, Blades are miles better than these. Miles better. And Blades haven't been great. I do still worry for them if they're coming up against Sunderland, a good Sunderland. I don't think Sunderland will get there, to be fair, because I don't think they've been great. Sorry, big girls. Or a Coventry. Yeah. Can you imagine Radoni running at them? Stuff like that. I'm not sure they can cope with that on a big pitch. It's going to be such a good final.
Yeah.
If it is on purpose, then yeah, that's class. The only time it looked decent was that last replay, but I was kind of looking over there and I didn't see it enough, so I will have to watch that again. But yeah, if he has done it on purpose, it's a great little touch.
Yeah, if that is, yeah, exactly. Just to make you a little bit more annoyed as well, second tier pod have done their team of the season.
I did see that earlier.
I don't think it's too bad, to be fair.
I don't mind it. I don't
Mm.
mind it. Trafford's in there. Brownhill's in there. The only ones that I say have to be in there. In fact, that's spot on for me. I'd say that's spot on. They've made it a back five, which I'm not a fan of. Trafford has to be in there. You can't argue for Cooper. I don't care what anybody says. Steve and CJ have to be in there as well. Man United 3-1. And the only other Burnley player you can make a case of being in there is Josh Brownhill. And I think he should be in there. I think he deserves to be in there over Hamer. And to be fair, Justin must have done that because it's spot on.
No Sheffield players in there at all.
Yeah, that's a bit of a... having said that, where would I probably would put Hamer in there out on the left. I'd probably put him in there ahead of Murphy. I think Dan James deserves to be in there. I think Sargent has to be the striker, or Isidore, but as we said earlier, not scored since February, so probably not can't. And then Tanaka's brilliant as well. I wouldn't do it that formation. I'd do like a 4-2-3-1. I'd have our centre backs, our goalkeeper, your full backs, Josh Brownhill, probably Tanaka and Dan James, probably Hamer on the left and Sargent up front. That's the only difference I'd make. But I think that's pretty much bang on there.
Yeah, I don't think that's far off. Sargent, maybe Peru, you could argue, been the Golden Boot winner. I don't know.
Peru, yeah. But even you were criticizing. I know he did win the Golden Boot, to be fair, but even you were criticizing him, saying he's going missing in too many games. So you could argue that's probably why Sargent is.
Do you know what he is? He's technically he's a very good player, and I think even at the Premier League for certain games, I think Peru will get you. I think he could get like 6 to 8 goals in the Prem, maybe. I just think I think the problem with him is it's just that physical aspect, and he's a big lad as well. He's just a big lad. I just think system-wise, he's a specific player, Joe. He's not a player who's going to do these like hard yards consistently, do a press, battle with centre backs. He's not going to do it. He's just a technical footballer. So it's This referee has sent off 3 players in as many games. Yeah, there's some refs who just love a yellow card or a red.
Yeah, we'll see who he sends off if he's played in any other games, refs in any other games in playoffs.
It's an absolute gut punch, this, isn't it? If you're Bristol City, I mean, this is like it's like worst case scenario, isn't it? There's nothing worse. Imagine a playoff semi. You just got you 3-0 down, and you.
Can I just point out, Peterborough were 3-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday. Was that last year before?
Yeah.
A bit different because it were at Peterborough, so then it went back to Hillsborough. There's no way Bristol City go to Bramall and win 4-0 unless there's a very early red card, for example.
Oh, it's like they just put out like 4 hours ago. The stage is well and truly set. Let's go, Bristol City. Oh God, man sent off 3-0 down at home. Jesus Christ!
That red card, it did ruin the game, but I still feel like he got it right.
Yeah, shout out to Mike as well. Yeah. Jimmy's Love Child is on. Who's on?
I don't know. I went onto Jimmy's channel to see what you're on about.
No, he might mean Jimmy's Love Child's on the pitch.
Oh, okay. Who's his love child? Who does he love?
All
Wilder.
All
of them. It took them all in bed if he found them with his wife, wouldn't it? Not just Wilder.
He loves Sheffield United. He loves Wilder, though. My God. Apparently, this is quite a good thing for us as well. Marco Silva is apparently set to sign for Al Hilal.
What? I hate that.
I know. It's good for us, though. He's the right manager, and Fulham are kind of in that middle bracket, aren't they?
True. Yeah, it's. I hate that. I mean, it's clearly just a mercenary. But if there was a TV station over in Saudi Arabia that said, "Look, we will quadruple your wages. In fact, no, we will octuple your wages. Come over to Saudi Arabia." I'd be like, where do I sign? Get me on that plane.
Oh, it's nice to not be in the playoffs. Although Sheffield United are making this look quite easy.
Yeah, I'd have enjoyed watching this as a Burnley fan.
Yeah, it'd have been nice.
Doing now? It's such a thing.
It'd have been nice, wouldn't it? Big Girls says, I have to back my team, Joe. Let's be honest. I can't see us winning unless we find the form we had at the start of the season. It's just mental with you lot. 5 losses out of 6. What is Sunderland are the biggest mystery in Championship football? Like, it's bizarre. It's absolute. He tried to tinker with it, and it's completely backfired. They get the starting 11 back for Oxford, get battered by Oxford, lose 2-0. And then once again, it's the starting 11 for the QPR game, and they lose 1-0. I mean, I did a video on it, and people were saying, Sunderland fans were saying in the chat, they were like, "Oh, it's a masterstroke. People are going to be fit and ready for the playoff."
At first, I didn't feel like that.
Mate, I never felt like that, and it's just
I agree, though. When Burnley were third and it were looking like it could have been Blades and Leeds going up automatically, I did say at the time, the team I worry about the most in the playoffs is Sunderland. The team I would worry the least about now in the playoffs if we were there is Sunderland. Well, no, Bristol City, but other than that, it'd be Sunderland. I just feel like they bang out of form. People always sit here and say, going into the playoffs, you need to be the team in form if you want to win it. The team that normally gets in on the last day of the season, but nobody's been in form, to be fair. Blades and Coventry have probably been in the best form, but Sunderland are so out of form, man. They're going to need a full 180 for 3 games and suddenly be amazing, and I just can't see it. I just can't see it coming out of nowhere. But if Sunderland play like they can do, then they can beat anybody and they can win the playoffs. But I don't know. I just can't see them turning it around as quickly as they need to for the playoffs.
No, I can't. Reece says, can't wait to see Jimmy predict a 2-0 Blades win at the Etihad next season and fully believe it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him there. Peter says, Sunderland are a very young squad. Whether they go up or not, they need a bit more quality. That's what I think is going to kill them, mate, to be honest. I even look tomorrow. And I kind of hope I'm wrong because I'm, I have backed Sunderland quite a bit, to be honest with you. I mean, we did that Green King thing, didn't we, Joe? Me and you were on the same level with Sunderland. We kind of backed them a hell of a lot. But I just think it's the inexperience, like Chris Rigg, Bellingham.
Yeah.
You look throughout the even Enzo Lafay, he's not old. Mundell, Watson, Trihume, they're just kids. It's full of, and then you kind of look at Coventry, you got Van Ewick in there, Ben Sheaf's back in it. It just feels like they've got a little bit more experience than Bidwell's in there as well, isn't it? It's just, I don't know. I think there's just a bit too much experience. And they've still got quality as well. But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. They could do with bringing in a couple of more, experienced heads for next season, and that might help them out. Just to caveat that, Man United are winning 4-1 now, 7-1 on aggregate.
4-1?
4-1 on the night, 7-1 on aggregate. So, yeah, what were I saying? I've forgotten. But I always do think to myself, Sunderland, yes, young and inexperienced, but on the flip side of that, energetic. Big players, Bellingham, Rigg, they're young, but they're energetic. They run a lot. They press well. I was very impressed with Sunderland at the Turf. I thought Bellingham was probably the best midfielder I'd see. He was better than Brownhill on that particular night. He bossed that midfield with Bellingham. He was superb. I hate it when people sit there and say, "Oh, he's only there because of his name." I disagree entirely. I think he's a very, very, very good midfielder and will be.
Could be better than him. Could be better than him.
Could be. It's going to be hard because obviously Jude's sensational. But there's a chance, and I do feel like he was brilliant at it. Yeah, they are very similar, and he was good at. I went to the Stadium of Light as well, and they won that match. That one of the 2 games we lost this season. So I've been impressed with him both times.
I'd take him, Mike. I'd take him.
Yeah, I'd absolutely rip their hands off for him.
I think he's going to go abroad. I could see him doing a similar path to his.
Yeah,
brother.
he'll do what his brother did. The path's been set.
They'll go to like a Leverkusen or a Dortmund or something like that. Could even go to a Bayern. Who knows? And he'll flourish over there, and then he'll get an even bigger move. I could just see him doing the exact same thing. I don't think he'll be at Sunderland again.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Loving Lewis 88 making a bold prediction there. You're probably right on that one, mate.
Yeah, you could be right, Lou. I think so, maybe. Jam says, Con, have you had any breaks today, lad? Smashing this content out. No, mate. I don't really do breaks on this channel, apparently. I think Matt said he's sent me the Leeds kit, the concept kit that we were talking about earlier. But I can't find it.
Liam said he sent me some as well. I can't find them. I don't know who sent them.
Yeah. Might be Instagram, to be fair. I'm terrible on Instagram. Sorry to anyone who ever messaged me on Instagram. Instagram, I'm shocking. There's going to be another one here. Ball played in. Oh my god. Who's that? Hanel's just trying to go for an overhead bicycle kick. Bit ambitious. Oh, Matty sent me one. Oh yeah, it's nice, that Matty. Yeah, that is nice. Look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's a bit hard, that. So can you?
There you go.
See that?
Yeah, it's decent. That.
Yeah, it's nice, that, Matt.
Remember that year you had them bus seat shirts? They were blue like that.
Oh,
a few
mate.
years back now. I actually quite liked them.
I did too. Yeah, they were good. That was the Bielsa one. I'm getting so many messages on Instagram as well about the fantastic parade. Obviously, you were down there as well. People are just like, I saw you down there, Con, and we had a word, and I'm like, did we? I'm just like, did we have a word? Not because I don't remember it. Well, yeah, literally because of that. Because I had about 15 pints. That's the problem.
Yeah, I've seen them now, Liam. Actually, I do like them. I like that home one, obviously based on the Mitre one from '95. I like how you've gone for Adidas, AOK capitalist sponsors. I like them both, actually, mate. I do like them both. Yeah. Again, that white one is looking like that away kit that I wore on. What's your thing called, Connor? That me and Jimmy do. Battle lines, and Jimmy and Connor were like, "That's awful, that shirt, Joe." But I like it, and Burnley fans do quite like that shirt as well. But yeah, cheers, Liam.
yeah, did pretty well that video. I just like video. Did you do any videos of the parade or anything like that?
I did, but I didn't. I just did shorts rather than actual thing. And like I said, they've done all right. Again, not done that well on YouTube, annoyingly. Like 3,000-4,000 for them each. But what that one on Hannibal on Facebook, we're pushing 500k last time I checked it.
Mad.
So that did well. Facebook, I don't know what it is. Facebook, if 1% more of all these bloody people that I had on Facebook just went over to you, I've got 53. It's gone up another 1,000 today on Facebook. I've got 53k followers on Facebook now.
That's mad.
Imagine if I had that on Facebook, I'd be rich. Well, like you're rich. I'd be like you, mate.
Not rich. 1,000 a day is madness, though, isn't it?
It's because of the Hannibal stuff.
Yeah.
And I know, like, this Ashley Barnes one here has had 22,000 views. The one of Zian Fleming catching the flares had 122k. The one of Trafford swearing's got 30k. The one of the scenes outside the dash has got 15k. Hannibal, 550k. 550k views. I don't know if you can see it. Just honestly, imagine one of our videos did that on YouTube. We're ringing boss up and leaving a steaming pile of what on his desk.
You're a Facebook dad, though, aren't you? So, like,
yeah, I am. Literally, am. Just come over to YouTube, everybody. Just come on, all these Moroccans. Not Moroccans, bloody hell. Good if I said that on here and not fucking on Facebook. All these Tunisians and South Africans, come over, mate.
You got to be careful. Just realised our Burnley and Leeds squads both currently in Vegas. I'm not sure, mate.
Yes, they are. Well, I know Burnley are. If Leeds are there, that should be fun. What's it about you singing Natasha Bedingfield? Sorry, yeah. I didn't mean it.
Leeds fans, Leeds player just singing Unwritten, just get clocked out by Brownhill.
So
rumors that Leeds will be given 100 million kitty for next season. Spend wisely.
Even that's not enough though these days.
100 million.
They only spent more than that the last time they went up. Well, the figures aren't necessarily correct, but they spent a good amount around that.
Yeah, shout out to you, Scott. One of the Battle Lines regulars. Well done. Yeah, you're off to Wembley, mate. I didn't honestly that. I mean, yeah, when that first one went in, I think we all kind of, I don't know what's going on here. He's pushing them all to the Blades fans. Yeah,
I'll give Jimmy a comment.
Yeah, very good result from. That's game over, innit? I think. Commiserations to. I mean, they did daft things like they didn't even bring on bloody Tom Cannon.
I bet you when Jimmy sees me comment, oh, look at him now. Because he hates Blades, he's trying to get in your good books, everybody. Don't let him. I can't hear you, Jimmy, so that's say what you want, mate.
What's he doing now, Wilder?
Is he just probably telling Bristol City they're staying down. You're staying down, you fat get.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. We'll leave it there. Before all you guys leave, do us a favour, slap a like. We might see Joe tomorrow. I will let you know, but we will do the Cov and Sunderland stream.
We'll be lucky.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So we'll be in the Cov Sunderland stream. So rejoin us tomorrow. Please like before you leave. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you in a bit. Cheers.
Goodbye.